Good morning and welcome to Blackjack Stewart Arena here in Pilot-Mound, Manitoba. I'm Cody Wall, color commentator for our matchup today between the Pilot-Mound U17 Buffalo as they take on the U17 Prairie Hockey Academy. I'm here with our third man on the crew, Seth Rock. Seth, how are you this fine morning?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward to talking some more hockey with you guys. Had an intense matchup last night where Pilot-Mound got the victory, but who knows what happens today? So excited to cover some more hockey with you boys.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, it was an entertaining game. Pilot-Mound came out pretty strong in that first period, getting up to a 4-goal lead in that first period. For some of the viewers who maybe didn't witness the game yesterday, let's break it down a little bit for them.
Yeah, so that first period, Pilot-Mound came out and they had a clear game plan in mind, and they were using their speed. They were getting to pucks early. They were forechecking hard and doing all the little things to really propel them ahead. And it all worked out well for them because they were able to get those 4 goals in that first period and really establish a presence early and an early lead and really controlled the game from there. They didn't really need to put up too many more goals after that, as they only put up one more throughout the rest of the game. But a very solid start for Pilot-Mound, which could be a very big contributing factor in why they won last night.
Yeah, definitely. And, we had kind of talked about yesterday in the broadcast how Prairie Hockey Academy maybe came out a little sluggish in that first period, but they really kind of got their wheels back under them in that second and third. That's something you think we're going to be seeing today as the game progresses?
Yeah, I'd say that they're probably not feeling a little bit they're not feeling too good about last night's loss, and you can definitely expect they're going to come out with a hard start, and they're going to be really trying to dictate the pace early, and it's going to be up to Pilot-Mound to try and counter their initial attack. I believe that Prairie Hockey Academy is going to come out with a little bit more pep in their step in this game.
For sure. We can definitely anticipate some more pep from Prairie Hockey Academy. And, Rick McConnell definitely going to be trying to instill that kind of faith in the boys again as they came out so hard in that first period. Our own member of the crew here, Graham, had a chance to sit down with Rick McConnell. But we are going to send it to a quick commercial break and bring you guys back for that sit-down that Graham had with Coach Rick McConnell.
At CM Engrave, we create more than just trophies, medals, and signs. We create time for family, time for growing your business, time for the moments that make you, you. With more than 30 years experience for all your engraving needs. CM Engrave.
Rick McConnell, head coach of the Pilot-Mound Hockey-Academy U17 Prep Male Buffaloes. Rick, a strong first period for the team last night, a 4-0 lead after the first period. You guys end up winning the game 6-2 overall. I mean, with all the key players you guys had out, how did you like how your group came out and responded to that type of adversity yesterday?
Really good. Best first period we've had in a long time. Probably the best period we've played in some time. Obviously, we've been struggling here of late. Had a very poor showing last weekend, so we had actually some really good competitive practices this week, and I was quite pleased with the boys coming out with that jump and getting, for us to score early is big. Seems to something happens to us and we play better. So overall, good win. I was a little disappointed as the game went on. We kind of got back into some of our bad habits, but I'll take the win, and the effort was pretty good.
Where did you find the team was able to, rally around those, little mistakes that you guys were making in that game to be able to, shut down Prairie Hockey Academy when it mattered most and being able to keep the lead you guys had?
Well, we always bank on our goaltending. Haji's been outstanding for me this year, absolutely outstanding. So, but I thought we competed more. We had a lot more compete yesterday. We finished some checks, played with a little bit more edge, a little bit more determination instead of just playing. And of course, getting up helped. The mood on the bench was pretty good, and so overall good, because Prairie's a good club. Today will be a new day with them. I know they're going to come back ready to play, so hopefully my guys are too.
Is Hodgins going to start in net today, or are you rolling with Miles?
No, I'm going with Miles again. Right now I've been going back and forth. As we go, I may change a little bit, but Miles has been pretty good for us this year too, so I'm quite confident with him in there as well.
You talk about how Prairie Hockey Academy is a good club. They're looking for their first win in about 12 games here. They're on a 12-game losing streak. Now, what do you expect from them today, and how the group is prepared for this matchup today against PHA?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they had a talking to last night after as well. annoying with the coaches. But anyways, they'll be ready. In this league, you got to come to play every day. So I'm sure he'll have those guys fired up. As with us, we need a back-to-back here for a change. These are big 2 points against these guys. We're battling. We want to move up in the standings a bit. So I expect it'll be a good hockey game.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
And welcome back to our pregame show. Seth, it was a nice sit-down that we got to witness there with Graham and Rick McConnell. Yeah, a nice little chat about the game yesterday.
Oh, yeah, definitely, just discussing, what went right and what went wrong for the team. And Pilot-Mound had a very good game, so there's not too much to really work for, really, kind of rant on about that game. So, yeah, an excellent interview indeed.
Yeah, definitely listening to that interview. You could hear Rick McConnell was happy with the first period. Was a little bit more critical of that second period. Said that he saw that the boys maybe were lacking a little bit in that second period, but it was nice to close it out. But we also had a chance to have Graham sit down with Prairie Hockey Academy assistant coach Mark McKinnon. We are going to send it to a quick commercial break and bringing you guys in for that sit down with Graham.
Mark McKinnon, assistant coach of Prairie Hockey Academy U17 Prep Male. Mark, the team yesterday, the boys came out slow in that game, giving up 4 goals in the first period. But after that, you guys outscored Pilot-Mound for the rest of the game, getting 2 goals in that for second period. Talk about how you guys liked the game of the group as the game went along yesterday.
Yeah, obviously you mentioned the slow start, but as things got going, we got more comfortable. We just stuck to our game plan and played the way we want to play. We know how our team's capable of, and we really like it when we play our Prairie Hockey Academy way. So we're really happy to see how the guys responded after that.
Talk about how Pilot-Mound came out yesterday and how you guys are looking to eliminate that a bit, of course, coming out and playing one of their best, if not their best periods of the year, scoring 4 goals.
We're not trying to worry about too much what Pilot-Mound's doing. We want to focus on what we can control, what we can do. And right now it's just playing our games, sticking to our systems, and doing what we expect from our guys and how we expect to play.
Of course, 12 straight losses for the group, but an early morning game for you guys. How are the boys feeling in the dressing room today?
Guys are feeling really good. Guys are really excited to get up and play. It's a really privilege for us to come out and get to play this on a Sunday. It's a great feeling. Better place to be. So guys are really excited.
Talk about, obviously Silas Curry got the start for you guys yesterday. Are you going to go back to Silas or roll with the other goaltender?
We've had a tandem with both Austin and Silas. Silas and Austin have both been really rock solid for us for the most part, so we have no comfort with playing either one of them. We have a lot of confidence in both of them. We know what they bring. They're hard workers, love their dedication to the game, so we like to go with either one.
What's going to be the biggest key today to snapping this 12-game losing streak that you guys are on, trying to get back in the win column, something you guys haven't done in a very long time?
Again, just sticking to our intentionality, a little bit to details, but also just effort. As you know, with the game of hockey, it's just all about effort, about compete, and just willingness to do the hard things, do the little things right.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks.
Welcome back to Blackjack Stewart Arena here. It was a nice sit down there we got to witness with Graham and Mark McKinnon. Mark definitely sounded pretty hopeful that his boys were going to be able to bounce back today. Really didn't sound as critical as you maybe would have thought for a bit of a harder game that they had yesterday.
And you know what? I think that's honestly a good thing, go at it in a more lighthearted sort of sense because, this team has seen a lot of struggles lately, been unable to get wins lately. And, if you keep things loose, obviously you don't want to keep things too light on the team and you don't want to, get overly angry. But, go in with a positive feel. And, Coach McKinnon, he had positive things to say about the game, and there was a lot of positives from PHA in that game. So, they just got to work to build off of what they did right in the last game, and they got a bigger chance to find success in this game.
Yeah, definitely. I know Graham had alluded to kind of asking what he thinks that the Prairie Hockey Academy is going to need to do to get back into the win column after a bit of a tough stretch here going on now 12 game losing streak. McKinnon sounded like he was pretty confident the boys are going to get back to that Prairie Hockey Academy way of playing, and he was, even though there was stuff to be critical of in that game, it sounded like they didn't focus on the negatives, morely focused on once the team did get going and got their feet back under them in that second and third period. And it sounds like he's got both coaches got the boys kind of going and ready to go today. And I think we're going to see a lot closer game between these two teams.
Yeah, and that's a good thing for us. Always announcing those close, fun games is always a lot of fun for us as announcers and commentators. But when both coaches have positive things to say going into this game, really trying to get the boys rolling, and that's a good sign for both teams. Come out hard and fast. I think that's the main thing. And for me, if you're Prairie Hockey Academy, definitely the main assignment is getting that first goal.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with you there, Seth. Putting pressure and getting that first goal is going to be important for Prairie Hockey Academy to kind of get that monkey off their back. Just kind of looking at the starting lineup here for both teams, Prairie Hockey Academy is going to be electing to go with number 35 in Austin Siebel in net, opposed to Silas Curry. I know in the interview, Coach McKinnon was saying they feel very confident in both goaltenders that on any given night they're going to be able to make majority of the saves.
Yeah, and that's good. They got confidence in their goal, in both their goaltenders. And I'm gonna go back to Silas Curry a little bit. I don't think he had a bad game at all last night. There's a few unlucky bounces that he may have wanted back, and a few of those goals were shot through excellent screens. There's a breakaway goal by Corey Nilsson. So there's a few goals that are just hard for him to stop. And aside from some of those things he may want back, I think he had a pretty good game. But it's very good to see a team have confidence in both their goaltenders.
For sure. And speaking of confidence, I know Rick McConnell kind of alluded to it too. They are going with number 31 in Miles Gordon as their goaltender today. He was saying how they got 3 competent goaltenders. And they have confidence anytime, any guy they put in net, that they're going to have an opportunity to win on any given night.
Yeah, and we've seen these goaltenders stop a lot of pucks before, and we saw Kean Hodgins do it last night. He made 30 saves on the nose exactly, I think, last night, and that's a big feat for him. He stopped a lot of point-blank shots that came right in the slot. He was on his game, and we've seen the way Miles Gordon's played in the past. An excellent young goaltender with a bright future ahead of him. So, yeah, Pilot-Mound too. They got a lot of confidence in all 3 of their goaltenders. So that they're not worried any night, whoever's in their net.
For sure. And then, as I mentioned, we do have the starting lineups here. Looks like for Prairie Hockey Academy, they are going to be going with a pretty similar lineup. Only exception is it looks like number 3 in Easton Lee is going to be making his way back into the lineup with still number 10 of Cohen Kuniko, going to be a scratch, and number 17 of Jacob Grohr. Going to be as scratch as well for Prairie. And then looking over at Pilot-Mound, looks like number 2 of Dmitry Petrenko is going to draw back into the lineup. But other than that, we are going to have a similar lineup there. So it'll be interesting to see how Coach Rick McConnell deploys some of the boys there. I know we talked about how he had some swapping of the positions for Carlos De Leon and Corey Nilsson. It'll be interesting to see if they go forward and kind of continue with that.
And that switch, in my opinion, was very successful. Carlos De Leon, it seems like he's been playing defense the whole year, the way how calm and chill he was and how well he seemed to adjust to that position on the back end. And then Corey Nilsson, playing great up front and getting his first goal in the year.
For sure, some definite positives there, but we're going to send it to a quick commercial break before we bring you guys back for our broadcast. of U17 Buffalo versus Prairie Hockey Academy.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this early afternoon game between the Pilot-Mound Hockey-Academy U17 Prep Male Buffaloes taking on the Prairie Hockey Academy U17 Prep team. I'm your play-by-play commentator for this matchup today, Graham Forsyth, joined by Cody Wall, my color commentator to my right, and to my farthest right in Seth Rock, the third man on our crew today. The Buffaloes, last night, Cody, they took a commanding 4-0 lead heading into the second period. They were able to score another one or two more as this game went along yesterday, and Prairie Hockey Academy obviously adding two of their own. But for Pilot-Mound today, definitely looking to keep up the good play they had in yesterday's game into today's game.
Yeah, definitely momentum for the Pilot-Mound Buffaloes is going to be a huge thing, I think, today. They're going to want to go to the kind of do the same thing they did yesterday and try to get that early start, because when they did, they kind of was like that, once you get an 18-wheeler moving, it's hard to stop. And, the Buffaloes were that 18-wheeler yesterday, just on a roll.
We are set to drop the puck here between the Buffaloes and PHA here in this second matchup between the two teams this weekend from Blackjack Stewart Arena. Wang with the puck in the neutral zone, sends it into the Pilot-Mound zone. There to retrieve it for the Buffaloes is Carlos DeLeon. He passes it to his outlet man, Racklin Hay. Rocklin Hay passes it up to Sam Takahashi. Takahashi past the blue line, low shot, saved and turned aside by number 35 in Austin Siebel.
Yeah, that was a nice toe save there. Very close to, I thought maybe could have been one of those squeakers early on, but nice save by Siebel.
The PHA team unable to get it out. It's behind the PHA goal line now. There with the puck is number 13, Stevenson. Shot attempt from outside of the blue line by the Buffaloes, but it misses. PHA now looking to break out. They jam that puck out. It's Sheward going back to his defenseman and Braden Bear. Bear's pass misses, Wendigo, and into PHA's possession now. That puck getting past Maddox Daryankin. Maddox Daryankin yesterday's game, Cody, with not only 2 goals, but his first 2 goals of the season.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely looked good on all facets. I know I saw him throwing the body a couple times out there and really was a difference maker, I thought. One of the games where he definitely stepped up.
Barry with a shot. No, just kidding. I don't think that was Barry. I believe that was Carter Scarbon. My apologies. No, it was actually Olford, and Olford picks up the puck, but there is going to be a penalty here coming up for head contact on PHA, and that will send the Buffaloes to the power play for the first time in this game.
Yeah, it was a big hit there from Slagoski on, I believe that was Maddox Diroenka, and that head contact is going to send us to the Supplement King power play. Supplement King for all your supplement needs in Winkler and Swift Currents.
Takahashi wins the draw. It ends up on the stick of Chartrand. Chartrand unable to get that across to DeLeon. Nice play by Olford. He has a 2-on-1. Olford now, he shoots low, bad, and that is going to be a save by Miles Gordon. His first shot that he's faced this game. It's Rockland Hay able to get this into the PHA zone and gets out of the PHA zone and coming out of his net now to play it and stop it up, actually, is Miles Gordon leaving it behind his own net for Riel Chartrand. Riel Chartrand now looking to lead this rush. He's in the neutral zone past the blue line now. Chartrand Gets that sticked away from him by Kruger. Behind the net is Ty Pratt now. Ty Pratt battling with Chartrand, and Chartrand able to allow Takahashi to get that puck. Sheward. Sheward now going down low to his teammate in Wendigo. Wendigo back to Sheward. Sheward looks to the point, goes to DeLeon. DeLeon now. He shoots, and a blocker save by Siebel. And PHA gets it out here with just over a minute left on the power play for the Buffaloes, and now under a minute as the clock is showing. It's Carlos DeLeon now breaking out of his own, and he carries it out himself. DeLeon with a short pass to Sheward. Sheward chips this down low and is going to continue on it, but PHA gets possession of that and sends it down.
Looks like that was a close too many men call there. Heard some bodies from the PHA bench calling for a penalty there, but looks like Buffalo's got away with one there.
Puck sent down into the Buffalo zone with 27 seconds remaining on this power play for the Buffaloes now. It's Daryanka receiving that puck from Braden Bear. Daryanka now with the puck on the forehand in the neutral zone. Breaks into the PHA zone now. Daryanka shielding that puck with one hand on the stick. Daryanka goes, shot on net, rebound there, and now here's a chance for Amy, and Austin Siebel having to be sharp on that one. He got sticked afterwards. Looked shaky kind of coming up after that, but and now Izzy Amy, not sure if the folks saw that, but he gets taken out after the whistle as well. Some extracurriculars going on here early, Cody, after the whistles.
Yeah, a little bit interesting there. Kruger maybe, I don't know if it was an accident on purpose there, but he runs into Izzy Amy, two of the bigger bodies, two boys who we're going to see throwing some body out there today.
The play is back to even strength, 5-on-5. Ty Pratt with a nice move to the inside. Ty Pratt breaking in, but a swarm of Buffaloes there to meet him. It's PHA turning that puck over. It's into the possession of Price. Price lost that, but it went to number 4 and Emerson Sheward. It was number 6 and Matthew Floyd. My apologies, folks, for getting these numbers wrong here early on, but we are back to play. It's Carlos DeLeon across to Bannerman. Bannerman up to Floyd. Floyd, a short pass attempt to Price, but ends up on the stick of Petrenko. Petrenko, his first game of the weekend after being out in the lineup yesterday. Should be interesting to see how he starts this game off, Cody.
Yeah, definitely. I know we mentioned it a little bit in the pregame show. They are getting one body back, but
Ty Pratt with a nice move before he made that shot, and there to make the save with the glove is Miles Gordon getting a stoppage in play here with 15:45 left in the first period here between the Buffaloes and PHA. Still scoreless here early in the first period.
I really like the start for PHA. They were getting a few shots and an excellent penalty kill early in the game.
It's Stevenson with the puck. He loses an edge, but Kustermans almost does the same, and Stevenson ran into Siebel on that, and Siebel getting touched a lot early in this game, whether it be by his own team or by Pilot-Mound. And speaking of the Buffaloes, it's a save made by Miles Gordon to cover it up once again here, just shortly after the last faceoff.
Yeah, and looks like Maddox Dirawenka is out there, and a player we were talking about a little bit earlier in the broadcast. One thing I've noticed in these past couple games, I know you guys missed that first one of the new year, but Maddox has really looked a lot more mobile in the new year.
Daryanka having a strong game yesterday, as mentioned, with 2 goals. His first goal of the season in yesterday's game, by the way, so his first 2 goals of the year yesterday. And his first goal, not the prettiest, but all of them count just as equal. Doesn't matter how you score them, Cody, as long as it gets in the net, right?
For sure, yeah. It doesn't matter how ugly it is. They all count the same on the scoreboard.
It's number 19 in Scarbon. He's going to chip that high off the boards, and it's in the possession of Olford. Olford to Wang. Wang now, he looks to drag and shoot, but Daryanka with a nice stick there to get in the way. And here's a potential Michigan try, but unable to even start that move was Olford. The PHA team looking to cycle there, unable to, and it's out of their own end. Kruger back to retrieve it. Kruger, he's going to send a pass up towards the Buffaloes blue line to number 18, and Olford dumped it in, goes off for a change. The Buffaloes now getting it out and back to, it doesn't end up on Wang's stick right away, but now it does. Wang behind his own net. He loses a bit of a handle on it. Wang now following that puck. It's Petrenko on the forecheck. The Buffaloes now looking to apply the pressure. It's Izzy Amy sending that around the boards. Price there to meet a PHA player and supports Petrenko, but PHA comes out with possession. It's PHA now going in. Number 8 in Lynn. Lynn, his pass towards the front of the net. It's disrupted by the Buffaloes. Hit there, but now the Buffaloes looking to break in, and they do. Izzy Amy receiving the cross-ice pass. Izzy Amy shoots low, and a save made by Siebel. Amy back on the puck. He misses his man in front, but goes to DeLeon. DeLeon shoots, rebound, and PHA able to clear it away. The Buffaloes unable to hold it in there, or yes, no, they were unable to hold it in, and now PHA is going to go the other way. It's Ty Pratt sends a high shot that ends up missing the net. It's DeLeon with the puck now. DeLeon looking to lead his team out of the zone, and he does. DeLeon has to dangle past his own teammate. DeLeon, just after he enters the zone, shoots that puck, and now he goes off for a change. Sam Takahashi tries getting that down low, but unable to. Bo Bannerman sends that puck in deep as it just cleared out of the PHA zone, just past that blue line. PHA now looking to break out, and they do. Hogan mishandling the puck there, and it's in the possession of Slugoski again. Slugoski going across, jumping up is Kustermans. Kustermans sending a pass across, but unable to connect. Takahashi there, unable to send it down low, and now here goes PHA, but a nice play with the stick of Sheward, and Sheward now with the shot, and Sheward in tight with a high-quality chance there.
Yeah, Coach Rick McConnell must be preaching active sticks out there, because early on we've seen a lot of good stick checks to get the puck away from PHA here.
Hogan now with the shot, and nice blocker save made there by Miles Gordon. Turned the other way by Pilot-Mound now. It's the Buffaloes going in. Sheward looking to take it wide. He's going to stop up, but ends up losing that puck. Sheward still on it. Sends it to Wendigo. Wendigo, low shot on net. That's turned aside. DeLeon with the shot now, and that's turned aside once again. DeLeon logging a lot of minutes here early on in this game, Cody. Seems like he's been out almost every single shift for the team.
Yeah, and definitely it looks a lot more prominent when he's constantly touching the puck, and you're constantly saying his name. It definitely makes it look like he's playing the whole 60 minutes today, but for you folks at home, I don't think he's got the agility to do that today.
Olfert with it. He stripped the puck there from DeLeon, gets it to Stevenson, back to Olfert. Olfert with a nice move, and now, it's the Buffaloes. They're looking to break out with them in possession of the puck now. It's Izzy Amy going across to Floyd, and what a pass to Floyd. Floyd shoots, and what a save made there by Siebel. Amy unable to get that rebound on net, and now she putting that almost through his legs, it looked like. It's she. He ends up going to the point, and that pass off the mark for Stevenson. A shot high from number 6 in Wang, but that misses the net. Stevenson sends it down low. There to meet it is Riel Chartrand. Chartrand reverses that puck and goes the other way to Daryanka, my apologies, and a delayed offside on the play. And that means we got a stoppage here with 10:48 left in the first period. Man, I haven't looked up at the clock in quite a while, but it seems like this period is just flying by. Not too many whistles to this point.
Yeah, definitely been pretty back and forth here. And just to go back on that Carlos De Leon comment, he's definitely, with missing some players, he is definitely going to be logging a lot of minutes on that back end today.
Of course, Keegan Leach out again in today's game. De Leon still on defense, as you might have seen in this game already, and as we've called it. And I believe Corey Nilsson still playing up and forward, Cody. So they liked his game yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. You got to think that they really liked the way he was moving his feet, and he was creating offense with his quick feet.
Kustermans, that move to the inside, shut down by Kruger, but Kruger turns it over. Takahashi now with a shot, blockered away there by Siebel. It's PHA now with the puck looking to break out, and Ty Pratt almost losing the puck there on that move, but gets it back, dumps it in. Carlos De Leon sending a pass to Emerson Sheward. Sheward up to Kustermans, and Kustermans sends it down into the PHA zone for an icing.
And I noticed yesterday we did forget to hand out our player of the game, so I figure, why not all three of us give our players of the game right now? And I'm going to have to go and say Corey Nilsson because of how well he was able to transition to forward, and he was able to get his first goal in the year too, so, big props to Corey Nilsson.
For me, I'd say Carlos De Leon. I know he didn't get points, but he was all over the ice and creating, and that, to me, I thought was almost more important than the general offense, just being able to defend and create opportunities.
Yeah, and I'll go with Maddox Deryanka, of course, scoring 2 goals for the Buffaloes in yesterday's game. And just his awareness to throw pucks on net yesterday was great, taking advantage of that screen he had on his second goal and putting that in the back of the net. And just overall playing a really solid game, of course, with him being a defenseman, looking really strong in the defensive zone as well. So good defense and really good offense from Deryanka in yesterday's game.
Yeah, for sure.
Back to play here. It's Gordon coming out of his own net, stopping that up for Bannerman. Bannerman shot or clean attempt off the glass, ends up staying in. And now Barry with the shot, and Barry, I'm not sure if that one was blocked going through, but it ends up missing the net. It's number 15 on Ottawa now. Down low, tries tight turning on Bannerman there, but Bannerman shut him down. Ottawa now with it. He's going to cycle it down low. Ottawa getting it to Hogan. Hogan tries getting back to him, but PHA unable to, and it's out of the Buffalo zone now. PHA circling back in their own end. That pass missing. It's Amy going to number 7 in Riel Chartrand. Chartrand going to Bannerman. Bannerman sends a pass towards Petrenko, but that one misses. Out to play it was Austin Siebel. So no icing on that play. It's Price with it. He turns that over. Slugowski now for PHA goes to Stevenson. Stevenson up the boards to Barry. Barry tries getting it out, but 2 Buffaloes there to meet him. Picked up now by Ottawa, and Ottawa sends it in off that tight gap that Bear was playing. Into the neutral zone now. It's Aiden Kruger now cuts to the inside, and there is going to be a penalty here coming up, a knee on knee. You never like to see that, and now getting into it, not sure if you guys can see, but Scarbon and Deryanka in the corner getting physical after that play.
Yeah, dropping his one glove. I'm not sure if that was intentional to try and get a little extra grip on the back of Maddox Deryanka for that penalty there, but it looks like we are going to be sending the Pilot-Mound Buffaloes to the Evolve Green penalty kill. And as always, Evolve Green, one of our proud sponsors here on ASTV.
Just as I gave Maddox Deryanka my player of the game from yesterday, he goes to the box for the Buffaloes. A 4-minute penalty here. So for a half of this period moving forward, the PHA team going to be on the power play. And there's a blast from Pratt and turned aside into the netting out of play by Miles Gordon.
This is going to be a big test for Pilot-Mound. They haven't killed a penalty yet in this game, but they are preparing, and it's going to be a long one, 4-minute power play for PHA. So this is going to be a test to them to see if they're able to hold it off for all that whole 4 minutes.
It's played into the corner, a missed pass there from Shee. It's kept in by Pratt. Not kept in as it was delayed offside there. The Buffaloes clearing it down, and Austin Siebel out to play the puck. It's Siebel leaving it for Pratt. Pratt now plays it up into the neutral zone for Olford. PHA getting it into the zone now and will be an offside on the play.
Yeah, definitely fortunate that PHA got that puck out of the offensive zone and Pilot-Mound was able to clear it because, like you said, Seth, lately their penalty kill has kind of been a little bit one of their weak spots, so this is going to be a key moment in the game here going forward.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ty Pratt sends it in just before the blue line. It's Carlos DeLeon there to retrieve that puck in the corner, and it ends up on the stick of Chartrand. Chartrand's clearing attempt failing. It's number 19 now, Scarbon now walks in through a screen, and that one unable to find the net. It's Scarbon now with the puck again, goes across to Pratt. Pratt at the top of the zone, shoots, and what a save there by Miles Gordon, as it was not the hardest save that he had to make actually, but a pretty hard shot that he faced.
Yeah, definitely fortunate play there as number 7 of Riel Chartrand kind of flubbed on that clearing shot there and kind of put it right to the PHA defenseman and was able to generate an offensive chance there. Definitely going to want to make sure you get a little bit more on that shot going forward.
And scores! Ottawa ripped from the point, and just like that, PHA, well, not just like that, but PHA, all the good work that they've been doing on this power play, paying off.
Yeah, and it was a shot from the point, that one-timer that got off, and it kind of just went through a big screen. I don't think Miles Gordon really saw that puck, and he did get a piece of it, but not enough, and that puck just trickles through him.
Yeah, just as I was saying, the Buffalo is going to have a strong clearing attempt here to try and get some time knocked off on this penalty kill. Looks like PHA kind of made me eat my words there and put one up on the board.
Ottawa shoots, and that one ramping up on a stick, and that ends up being out of play. That's why the puck ended up being out of play, and we will get a face-off inside of the Buffalo zone with still 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining on the PHA power play.
Yeah, with 2:55 left on that 4-minute power play, PHA getting that goal just before it clicked down to that final 2 minutes. Buffaloes are still on the penalty kill here, and it's still going to be a long one.
Slugoski plays that across to Hogan. Hogan shot, and glove save by Miles Gordon here. Getting a quick face-off after the previous face-off just happened.
Yeah, definitely PHA is looking a little bit stronger here today after a bit of a slow start, as we mentioned yesterday.
Hogan, off the draw, ends up getting that to Slugoski. It's across to Ottawa. Ottawa over to Slugoski, and Slugoski almost unable to keep it in, but he does to Bourne. Bourne over to Hogan. Hogan now across to Bourne, and that one, if they connected just a bit better, potentially another goal for PHA here on this power play.
And it looks like that last power play goal did come from McCade Ottawa with an assist from Hagen and Slugoski.
Slugoski now tries shooting for a screen, but nice block by Price. It's back in possession of PHA. Ottawa now with a shot, and glove save made there by Gordon, and the Buffaloes able to get it out.
Some excellent puck movement on the power play there by PHA, just moving that puck so beautifully.
Yeah, and their power play is something actually Prairie has struggled with a little bit coming into this year, going at only about a 13%.
They struggled the year before?
Coming into this game this year, sorry.
Sounds good. I had to get some clarification on that there, Cody.
For sure.
It would be interesting to see how their power play did in the short amount of time they did have last year, however. And now a pass across to Scarbon. Unable to connect. Scarbon gets it to this point man and Pratt. Back to Scarbon. Scarbon tries going across. Ends up into the slot. And that puck unable to find the net as it was blocked up. And the Buffaloes now clearing it out of the zone.
Nice quick play there by number 35 and Siebel to get the puck up to the red line and create another chance here on the power play.
Scarbon try getting that to Kruger, but unable to connect. Lynn now down low with two Buffaloes, and now the Buffaloes are back to 5-on-5 now for them. It's at the point, and a block shot there by Izzy Amy. Izzy Amy taking this the other way. Past the blue line now. Izzy Amy tries to dangle, but a nice play there with the stick of Pratt, and Pratt now takes it the other way. Pratt past the blue line. He tries sending it to Hogan, and he does, and Hogan gets a chance on net. Puck still in front. Another rebound, and what a save by Miles Gordon to keep that out.
I believe that was Braden Bear who actually got to it with his stick right in the crease there.
Well, what a save there by Braden Bear. Good eye there, Seth.
I know. I actually got glasses. I know you guys were alluding to that yesterday, but, I got the privilege of, being able to see a little bit better.
That is correct. You do have the glasses. A save made by Miles Gordon, hugging the post and able to squeeze that post to get in that position and able to cover things up here with 4:08 left in the first period. PHA leads this one 1-0.
Yeah, definitely not the same kind of game we saw yesterday. At this point yesterday, we would have seen 4 goals up on the board. A little bit closer game today. We are 1-0 for PHA, and really an entertaining game back and forth.
And now here's a chance for Hogan in front, but a nice play by the Buffaloes to defend that. And now Kustermans, just from beyond the zone, sends it on net, and that one sent out of play off the save by Austin Siebel. That means we'll get a face-off inside of the PHA zone.
I wonder if anyone's going to go look for that puck as a souvenir.
Well, I believe it did end up out of play, actually going into the upper half of the Blackjack Stewart Arena here, as I do think a parent ended up grabbing it, but we're back to play here. It's PHA with the puck, number 13, and Dalen Stevenson. Stevenson coming to the inside, he shoots, and that's going to be wide of the net. Battling down low is Derianka along with Takahashi with Ochitoa. The Buffaloes looking to get this puck out. PHA looking to keep possession of it. Still a battle down low. Barry sending that down low, trying to keep it down low, and they do, but the Buffaloes in possession of it now. It's Braden Barry just decides to play this off the high glass, and now it's going to be Kustermans chasing that down and negating the icing. PHA now in their own corner looking to get this puck out, and they're going to do just that. It's Wang now with the puck. He ends up taking this one wide. Wang continuing on the pressure, and it's Chartrand who's going to be able to beat him out there. It's Chartrand now with the puck. Chartrand looking, surveying options, and he decides the best play is to just go off the boards, ramping it around, and Sheward able to get there. It's number 16 and Barry unable to get it out. DeLeon from the point, shot low, and save made by Siebel. Covering things up here with 2:39 left in this first period of action. 1-0, PHA still leads.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference here for PHA is, they've been really strong on their sticks so far today. A lot of times yesterday we found Pilot-Mound was able to knock the puck off their stick with, I don't want to say with ease, but, it was a lot easier for them than it looks like it is for them today.
Number 14 and Lucas Bourne tries playing that up, but it's going to be disrupted by the stick of Sheward. Number 16 and Maddox Derianka now circling back behind his net, looking for options, goes to his other point man, and Bo Bannerman. Puck sent into the Pilot-Mound zone once again. The Buffaloes looking to get it out. Short pass from Sheward to Wendigo across, but that's going to be taken away by Kruger. Wendigo gets it back, sent it into the PHA zone, and PHA now back to recover it. Number 4 and Slugoski with the puck. Slugoski gets taken out, but the PHA team continuing to go, and play there where Bourne ended up taking a fall to the ice.
Yeah, Bannerman caught him a little bit off kilter there and really made it look like a bit of a bigger hit than it was, but sure looked nice on camera, I'm sure.
Might have that on video here. Not sure if we were able to catch that one, but 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining here. Of course, the Buffaloes not on the board yet in this game, as they were on yesterday's game 4 times in the first period. But a shot there from Amy turned aside by Siebel. It's the Buffaloes trying to keep it in, but they're unable to. DeLeon retrieving that puck in the neutral zone, goes over to Chartrand, and Chartrand with the spin around. He plays it to DeLeon, and DeLeon ends up trying to play that up the boards, but Petrenko unable to receive that puck. Number 7 and Chartrand playing it up to Izzy Amy. Back to Chartrand now. Less than a minute remaining in this first period. The Buffaloes looking to break out, circling back and creating space for himself was DeLeon, creating time for himself there. And now it's in the neutral zone. Number 8 and Izzy Amy able to keep possession of that puck. Tries sending that on net, but got tipped before it even got close to the goaltender, which it did not. It's PHA now looking to break out. They're able to. It's Scarbon now. Carries it into the Buffalo zone. Scarbon shoots, drops it, rebound there, and loose puck. The Buffaloes able to. Kustermans going in. He tries to leave that for Rockland Hay. Rockland Hay ends up getting it, and Rockland Hay down low with the puck. Less than 10 seconds now. Rockland gonna try to just eat this puck along the boards, but PHA able to get it out of their own end, and after 20 minutes, the Prairie Hockey Academy team coming out in this one, out shooting the Buffaloes to start things off here. 11-7 is what the scoreboard shows right now in terms of the shots, but PHA up 1-0 after the first 20 minutes.
Wow. You know what, that was a key save. I'm not sure if it was Miles Gordon altogether or if it was a kind of a group effort to keep that one out. But from here, it looked like it was right on the line there.
Yeah, Miles Gordon kept it out initially with his stick. Just an unbelievable save. And then I think one of his defenders was able to clear the puck right after. Just a great group effort defensively, and what a save.
Well, that group effort that the Buffaloes had there defensively. They'll need to look to keep that going, more of that as this game does go along. And we are going to send it to a commercial break here, folks. Coming up after the commercial breaks here to start off the first intermission, Cody Wall will sit down with Seth Rock on this intermission's edition of Seth's Inside Scoop. But before we go to commercial break, Cody, tell our viewers at home about the commercial, the sponsor that is sponsoring us for this intermission.
So our first period was brought to you by Caisse Financial. If you're looking for a mortgage, contact Caisse Financial. Welcome to our first intermission segment of Seth's Inside Scoop. I'm color commentator Cody Wall here with Seth Rock. Seth, bit of a different storyline than we saw yesterday.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes of the game, definitely different, very evenly matched. Both teams getting their opportunities, right off the first few whistles. It looked like PHA, had come out and established a bit of a pressure, but then Pilot-Mound, the next 5 minutes, causing a lot of turnovers, getting a few shots of their own. But then as we sort of dove deeper into that first period, it looked like PHA, especially after that power play, started to get quite a bit of momentum, and then they were even able to put up the first goal. And I had kind of made that prediction, and I feel really good about that one now that they were able to get that first goal. But if you're Pilot-Mound, you're going to look to really come out and in the second period and have a lot more speed to your game and get active on that forecheck like they were yesterday.
For sure, and we've talked about it a bit before on the broadcast, how Pilot-Mound's penalty kill is something that they've kind of struggled with. They're kind of floating around at about a 65%, not something you're going to want to see if you're taking a bunch of penalties. So I feel like discipline, especially today while they are behind, is going to be a big key for the Buffaloes going forward.
And especially just the way it seemed like PHA was carrying themselves on the power play, moving the puck beautifully, tape-to-tape passes, and then they were able to, open up some spaces for some shots, and they were able to get a few shots, and they were able to get a power play goal. So, and you had alluded to it in the first period a little bit, their power play had been struggling, but today it definitely did not look like it would have struggling, moving the puck well, like I said, and getting a lot of shots and getting a goal.
Well, yeah, and sometimes, like I said, the PHA power play has struggled this year. Sometimes when you play against a team who's got a struggling penalty kill, they can get a little bit more confidence in your power play, and maybe that's something we're seeing from PHA. Because, even yesterday, bringing it back to yesterday, on their power play, they did have periods where they looked like they were possibly going to be able to grab some momentum. Obviously, a little bit better defensive structure from the Buffalo yesterday. But what do you think the Buffalo need to do to get back into this game going forward in the second and third?
I think they just need to kind of emulate how they were playing in the first half of the first period, because I thought, first half of the first period, I thought it was going to be a chess match. Both teams were playing even strength hockey. It felt like both teams were, it was going to be forever until we saw a goal because of how well both sides are playing. But, unfortunately for Pilot-Mound, PHA does get that goal on that power play. And if you're Pilot-Mound, go into that dressing room, forget about the second half of that first period, and go back to your game come the start of the second and going into the third.
For sure. And, that last kind of 30 seconds, there was a bit of chaos that ensued in front of the Buffalo net there. Do you find that key save to keep it to within one goal is going to be something that the Buffalo are going to be able to take a bit of momentum from that big moment?
Yeah, certainly. It definitely could elevate their play come the second period, especially because it happened in the dying seconds of that first period, Miles Gordon being able to just barely get his stick on the play, and then defenders were able to clear that puck out, and, that could be a huge momentum boost, especially, going into the first intermission and then coming back out, having rejuvenized and, really, Miles Gordon keeping them in the game, and that's definitely going to, up the confidence of the players knowing they got him making those brilliant saves back there.
Yeah, and for sure when you see that he's, on his game, sometimes goalie can have an off night. You see him battling like that, tonight's not going to be a night like that where he's going to struggle. You really, you got, like you said, confidence in him going forward. But PHA, they had a pretty strong period yesterday. Their first period, a little bit lackluster. First period maybe looked like some of the guys were looking for that physicality and trying to pressure it too much. Today looked like it kind of fell a little bit more into place. Guys aren't running around as much to try and generate that momentum now that it is a bit of a closer game.
Yeah, I think it's just a factor of, PHA settling in. They played that first game. A few things didn't go their way in that game, and now, sleeping on that loss, you're rejuvenized for today's game, and they're, really pulling out the best tricks. They had an excellent start to the game, like we had mentioned, and they keep this up. It's definitely going to be hard for Pilot-Mound to get back in the game, but we know Pilot-Mound is capable of doing that, as we saw in the first period yesterday. They had a very successful first period against this PHA team.
For sure, and lately, Pilot-Mound has had Prairie's number. I know the overall record between these two teams still is in favor of Prairie. I believe it's 2-4, but ultimately, these two teams, when they do play, very close games.
Yeah, and, for Pilot-Mound, this is a team that they are very comfortable playing. Now they have 2 wins. And, in this game, they definitely know they can come back against this team. They had a comeback win against this team earlier in the year. And not to mention they were able to get 4 goals in a row last game against this team. So you definitely know Pilot-Mound is capable of coming back into this game.
For sure. And we're going to send it to a quick commercial break before we bring you folks at home back to our interesting game we have on hand here between the Pilot-Mound Buffalo U17 and the Prairie Hockey Academy U17.
Sorry, we're just kind of sitting here a little bit awkwardly.
At Collins Hotel, we have you and your family's comfort in mind. Relax in one of our 16 suites featuring king or queen-size beds and 36-inch TVs. Suites also include a mini fridge and other kitchen appliances to make your stay as comfortable as possible. During your stay in Pilot-Mound, visit Weiser's Restaurant, our attached family-friendly restaurant and bar. It is the perfect location to host group meals, dine with the family, or unwind after a hockey game. Come in and meet our friendly staff offering daily specials on food and drinks, Wing Night Wednesdays, Buffet Fridays, and multiple TVs to watch the game. Weiser's is the place to be. Collins
Making the world a better place is always a work in progress, because our idea of success is not an endpoint. It's a new milestone from which we can move forward. As industries rise and new technologies take shape, we're committed to keeping pace, to ensuring our innovations are shared and our journeys celebrated, even as we set our sights on where to go next. This is how we live, how we learn, how we grow. Red River College, what we're doing is working.
Welcome back to ASTV Productions coverage of this afternoon game from Blackjack Stewart Arena in Pilot-Mound, Manitoba between the U17 Prep Male Buffaloes taking on the Prairie Hockey Academy U17 Prep Male team. Prairie Hockey Academy up 1-0 after the first period, and the Buffaloes actually led in the shots in that period, 16-14. Before we get into anything, though, about this second period before it starts, just want to let you know that ASTV can now be found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. All games and TV shows can be found under the app Boxcast as we beta test our own apps as well. And ASTV now can be found on over 20 U.S. stations, TV stations, including New York and Boston. So some more exciting stuff that we were talking about yesterday, but just wanted to mention it again.
Yeah, for sure. Like we mentioned yesterday, ASTV always growing, and we're also expanding into offices in BC, St. Marie, Ontario, and Oklahoma. So definitely some expansion coming here with ASTV. Definitely a bit of a fun ride since I've joined on with the crew here, and look forward to continuing on as the future goes.
And we're happy to have you here, Cody, along with Seth Rock. I know he looked like he wanted to chime in as well.
Yeah, no, just definitely a great thing for this company to be growing and growing like it is, and now people in the States are starting to see what we're doing, so that's even better for us as we get to grow and get bigger and bigger. And yeah, it's been excellent for me as well since I've joined on with ASTV.
And the train doesn't stop there, boys. I have a feeling we'll continue to keep growing here on ASTV, which is just so exciting to just think about the possibilities that the future will bring here for the company. But let's get into this game now. Talking about the first 20 minutes, PHA doing a lot of good things that they didn't do yesterday to start off the game. And one thing that I noticed was their puck management seemed like it was a lot better in that period.
Yeah, definitely. I thought they were able to control the puck a little bit better. I know I had said in that first period, it looked like they had a bit of stronger sticks, which I would say kind of alludes to your point there, Graham. A stronger stick, able to keep that puck possession a little bit longer and control the ice a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think yesterday, players were getting caught, not giving it 100% on the back check, not playing as strong as a unit as they were in this period and for the rest of that game really yesterday. But I think in this period, that good positioning also led to them getting good puck possession, and also, on the power play and in the offensive zone, doing a really good job of moving that puck around, especially on finding those cross-ice passes.
Yeah, and I had noticed that too. Just last game, they have definitely improved on their puck management. A few times in that period, or in the first period last game, where they'd get the puck and they'd just throw it to a dangerous area, or just chip it up the boards, or just blatantly turn it over to a Pilot-Mound player. But they've definitely, fixed that up and shored that up in this game, and they were able to create a few good opportunities, and they're moving the puck extremely well, like you had alluded to on the power play, by being able to get that first goal.
And for the Buffaloes, obviously down in this game 1-0, not in a place where they were yesterday, where they were up 4-0 after the first 20. But you gotta like it if you're the Buffaloes, knowing that you outshot PHA 16-14 in that first period.
Yeah, for sure. And me and Seth kind of alluded to it on Seth's Inside Scoop, just the fact that how much momentum is that key save in the dying seconds going to give the Buffalo to propel them to kind of get a good start here in the second period.
The ref is at center ice. Hogan and Takahashi square off in the face-off dot, and we're underway here for the second period of action between the Buffaloes and PHA. Taken in is Barry, and Barry shoots that on net, and a save made, and a cover-up made by Gordon to get an early stoppage in play here.
Yeah, early shot there from PHA, kind of trying to emulate what they did last period, coming out strong in those first seconds, trying to generate some shots on net.
A misfire on the pass there, unable to receive it was Stevenson. Wang now goes back to Stevenson. Stevenson losing the puck, and now the Buffaloes with the puck, and in the slot it was Takahashi with the shot there, and Siebel able to make that save. Takahashi now on the puck again, sends a back pass to number 26 in Braden Bear. Number 13, Stevenson, sends it off the glass, I believe, and into the Buffalo zone. No icing on the play. Braden Bear reversing here, and he ends up playing that off of the glass, but it's into Prairie Hockey Academy's possession, and they send that down low to the Buffaloes' own end. It's behind the goal line for Daryanka. Daryanka sends that in the direction of Hay, but unable to find him. And PHA sending it into the Buffalo zone once again. Out there to stop it behind the net is Gordon for number 16 and Max Daryanka. Max Daryanka fumbling the puck there, and a chance for PHA, but unable to get it on the net. Good defensive play there by Takahashi. The Buffaloes get it out. No icing on the play, and Siebel out there to stop the puck, but there is going to be a penalty here coming up to number 8 of PHA and Lynn for, I believe, spearing, something you don't see very often.
Yeah, it must have been behind the play there. I just was watching the puck there, and it looked like must have been a significant action there for him to get 4 minutes, but definitely a positive for the Buffalo here, getting a 4-minute power play, and that, as always, sends us to the Supplement King power play. Athletes, contact Supplement King in Winkler and Swift Current for all your supplement needs.
Carlos DeLeon with the puck. He sent that to Wendigo, but unable to connect with him. DeLeon back on the puck, but he is unable to get that in. Wendigo plays it back to Chartrand now. Chartrand back skating in his own end, and now he's behind his own net. He takes it out from beyond there, and now he's going to find Wendigo. Tried finding him with a pass, but that ended up going off of his skate. It's Miles Gordon coming out to stop up that puck. Gordon reverses that and sends it to number 17 and Carlos DeLeon. Carlos DeLeon now looking for options as he looks up ice, finds Izzy Amy. Amy now going in. Amy going to keep this one wide. Amy ends up getting closed off there by Pratt, and PHA with possession of it, doing a really good job of killing this power play for the Buffaloes right now, as there's 1 minute that's passed already.
Yeah, definitely, like you said, a strong penalty kill, and that's something we often see from PHA, as they do have one of the 4th best penalty kills in the league here.
PHA able to get the puck out. Once again, Takahashi giving chase on that puck race with Scarbon, and Takahashi ended up winning it. Braden Bear with the puck behind his own net. Now he's going to take it out, and now Braden Bear looking up ice, looking for options. He's going to just dump it in around the PHA zone before that blue line, and DeLeon mishandling the puck there, unable to get it down low to a teammate, and the Buffaloes are going to be forced to break out here once again. It's Braden Bear leaves a short pass for number 3 and Jordan Kustermans. Kustermans losing that puck and losing possession of it, and here goes PHA going the other way. Hogan cuts to the inside. Hogan fans on that shot. Daryanka unable to get it out cleanly, and now it's Olfert with a chance. Olfert behind the net, taking it out now to the top of the zone. In a battle there with him is Sheward, and Sheward getting tangled up with Olfert. Olfert looked like he potentially wanted a penalty there, but the PHA team continuing the strong penalty kill they've got so far, with only 1:38 remaining on their on the Buffalo's man advantage.
Yeah, the Buffalo's man advantage here looks a little out of sync. A lot of the passes right now are not tape to tape. In the feet, and definitely on the power play when you have the man advantage, you should be taking advantage of that time. Not something you want to see if you're Rick McConnell.
Yeah, and I agree with you a little bit on that, Cody. Just they don't really look like they've been communicating too much on this power play. Just a lot of miscommunication going on.
Daryanka sending that down low. It's an attempted clear out by PHA, but kept in by Bear. Bear sent that across to Kustermans. Kustermans a shot towards the net, and that tipped, unable to get on net from the tip of Amy's stick. Sent down into the Buffalo zone once again. Braden Bear back there to recover it. Giving chase on him is Olfert. Olfert putting good pressure on Bear. He just stops up and goes Back to Carlos DeLeon. DeLeon turns that over, but Takahashi able to strip Barry of the puck. Takahashi now chooses to send that around the boards, down low. It goes up towards the top of the zone now, and there to get it is number 18 in Olfert.
Yeah, it looks like with only 20 seconds left, I do believe, and barring a miracle here, it looks like I think PHA is going to kill off this penalty.
Carlos DeLeon now takes it from beyond his own net. It's a missed pass again, unable to cradle it, and it ended up in Bears' possession. Gordon plays that with the backhand to his teammate in Riel Chartrand, and we're back to even strength here, folks. PHA surviving that spearing penalty against Lynn. It's number 12 in Zane Price now gets rubbed out, and Petrenko getting rubbed out down below by Kruger, a physical presence that he brings, and we definitely saw that on full display in yesterday's game.
Oh yeah, he definitely was. He was looking to take the body on every opportunity he had, and really looked like he left some bone rattlers out there yesterday.
DeLeon plays that up to Petrenko. Petrenko's pass almost picked off, but Buffalo is able to get it out. It's number 12, and Zane Price sends it down low before getting rubbed out along the boards. Petrenko there to get the puck. He ends up trying to send that down low to number 6 in Matthew Floyd, but PHA in possession of it. Slugoski tried playing that off the boards, but a nice job of clogging up those boards was Price. Price with the puck down low. Goes back to the point to Bannerman, and Bannerman unable to receive that one cleanly as it gets out of the PHA zone. On the forecheck now is Lynn. A good effort, and we will be seeing a penalty here coming up on, I believe it would be on the Buffaloes.
Yeah, I do believe Carlos DeLeon is going to get a hooking penalty for kind of wrapping up the stick of the Prairie Hockey Academy player, and looks like Buffaloes are going to go to the penalty kill here. And as always, penalty kill here is brought to you by Evolve Green. Evolve Green, one of our proud sponsors on the network here.
Puck is dropped, won by the Prairie Hockey Academy. Slugoski now through a screen, ends up getting that on net, turned aside by Gordon Ochetois now with the puck. Ochetois still with possession of it, goes across to Hogan. Hogan at the point, he shoots, and a block with the skate of Bo Bannerman. The Buffaloes unable to get it out off of that attempted clearing attempt. Slugoski plays it across to Ochetois, and Ochetois, his shot turned aside there by Miles Gordon. Seth, I want to go back to that penalty that was drawn. A nice job of Lynn being aggressive and getting a stick in there to be able to strip that puck of the Buffaloes of DeLeon, and DeLeon, all he could really do off of that aggressive play was take that hooking penalty.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to give up that kind of opportunity in front of your own net. So, you don't always want to take a penalty, but yeah, when in situations like that, like DeLeon, there's no really other choice.
A nice block there by Braden Bear, back into the possession of PHA now. A saucer pass to Hogan from Ochetois. Hogan, he unwinds, but just misses the net, and it's out of the Buffalo zone now. PHA. Slugoski in his own end, looking to lead this attack. Slugoski decides to stop before the blue line before he enters and dump that in. It's Prairie Hockey Academy on the puck. Pratt going to Hogan. Hogan now tries to sauce that over the stick of Takahashi, but a nice active stick from number 14.
Yeah, Takahashi, usually one of the guys who's able to be one of the leaders of this team, especially when guys like Laz Constant and Jack Smith are out of the lineup. He often is a guy who steps up.
40 seconds remaining on this power play now. It's Olfert with the puck. He ends up going to the top to Pratt. Pratt, his shot tipped, and it's out of play. Getting a face-off, I believe, outside of the Buffaloes' end.
Yeah, that was a lucky tip for the Buffaloes there. It looked like maybe that one was aimed for the top corner there, and without the tip, maybe looked like Miles Gordon would have been a half second behind that one. So sometimes you got to be lucky to stay within one here.
33 seconds remaining here in the PHA power play. They get possession off the draw. Pratt with the puck. He backhands that in deep. Gordon out to stop that puck up for Chartrand. Chartrand able to get that one out. And all the way down into the PHA zone here with 19 seconds remaining on their power play at this point. Ty Pratt now ends up passing it to Olfert in the neutral zone. Olfert goes cross ice to a PHA player, his teammate. Cannot quite catch whose number that is, and she plays that across, and Scarbun unable to finish that one.
Yeah, nice icing attempt there. See Miles Gordon there going out of the net to pick up his stick there. Sometimes when a goaltender doesn't have a stick, sometimes finds them a little off balance and harder to make those saves.
Shots are even at this point in the game, 16-16, and I believe with that shot, PHA just took the lead in the shot advantage. But the Buffaloes, they killed off that power play from PHA. Talk about what you like from that penalty kill that the Buffaloes had.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't the prettiest penalty kill, but it was effective. They were able to get the puck cleared a couple times there and able to keep some bodies blocking shots and keeping active sticks in the shooting lanes.
Speaking of blocking shots, Braden Bear, I feel, has had at least three blocks in this game, doing a really good job of getting in the way of these shots today in the shooting lanes.
Yeah, I definitely noticed he's been doing his fair share defensively, and I think Bo Bannerman also has a few blocks as well. So Pilot-Mound defenders doing their share of blocking shots.
That shot, I believe, off of the left toe of Miles Gordon as it went into the corner. The Buffaloes turn that one over. It's Ottawa now. He drags, shoots, and that one missing the net. Hogan now with the shot on net and close. Turned aside by Gordon. Up to the point to Wang. Wang shot got tipped as it went through, and the Buffaloes able to save that. Was Miles Gordon, of course. And into the corner now, Braden Bear taking away the stick of Ottawa. Whacking him back. No penalty on the call there. And it will be an offside on the play as Ottawa touched that one up.
Yeah, definitely been a few times this game where I thought there could have been penalties given over both sides, whether it's cross checks or slashes, but it seems like the refs are letting this game go a little bit, letting the players play a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit looser rules today. Sometimes can end up in getting hostilities raising, but so far we haven't seen too much of that today.
Slugoski sends it in deep. It's number 17 and Carlos De Leon for the Buffaloes. Behind his own goal line goes to Jordan Kustermans. Lynn now sends that across, but unable to find a teammate. Rockland Hay along the boards. Able to, and Rockland Hay getting taken out there just before the blue line. It's Ty Pratt now with the puck. Behind his own net, he takes it out from beyond his own net now, and now Pratt into the zone. Pratt breaking in with speed, sends a backhand on net from a sharp angle, turned aside there by Miles Gordon. Number 17, Carlos De Leon now sends it over to Rockland Hay. Hay going up to Jordan Kustermans, and a blatant interference call there. Slugoski lining Kustermans up, impeding his ability to continue going for that puck, and definitely a call as clear as day, and it is a head contact penalty as well, as we are seeing.
Yeah, just not a very smart decision there. Just blatantly interference and kind of really, really high too. Dangerous hit, and you don't like to see it.
And I am surprised this one is only 2 minutes instead of the 4 minutes, but the refs making that decision to only call it 2.
Yeah, and with that penalty, it does send us to the Supplement King power play. Athletes contact Supplement King and Winkler and Swift Current for all your supplement needs.
What a save.
And a good chance there for the Buffaloes. Sheward, maybe if he was able to get that one a bit higher, he would have put it in the net, but a nice save there by Austin Siebel, like you said, Seth. Prairie Hockey Academy off the draw, gets possession of it. Unable to get it out. Daryanka jumping up into the play. Daryanka down low with the puck now. Looking for options, sends it down low with the backhand, trying to initiate a cycle, but turned over and into PHA's possession as they cleared into the Buffaloes zone. Gordon out to leave it for Braden Bear. Bear taking his time and looking for options. Up ice, Bear goes to the left to Zane Price. Zane Price able to get by the check of Aiden Kruger. Price still with the puck, sends it down low to Amy. Amy off the backboards, chips that to a teammate in Emerson Sheward. Emerson Sheward gets his movement impeded there as he got rubbed out along the boards, and PHA sends it back into the Buffalo zone. Miles Gordon decides to play it up the boards himself now to Bear. Bear back to Daryanka. Daryanka with some time here as they get set to break out. Daryanka going to Braden Bear. 48 seconds remaining on this power play for the Buffaloes. Takahashi up to Daryanka. Daryanka shot turned aside there by Austin Siebel. Braden Bear try getting that across to Daryanka. It's Kustermans who gets it across to him now, and Daryanka sends it in down low with the backhand.
Communications definitely look to get a lot better here on the power play. Passes have seemed to be a lot more crisp and able to find teammates here.
Jade Wendigo now taking this to the front. He shoots, and a save made there by Austin Siebel. And once again, PHA able to get it out. Otchitois going to win this puck race. Bear there to try to hit him, and oh, what a move there by Otchitois to evade that check. Back to Pratt, and Pratt unable to beat Gordon on that one. A nice shot, and we are back to even strength. Number 19, Jade Wendigo, gets that strip from him, and Takahashi sends it in deep now into the PHA zone. Ty Pratt, captain, plays that off the boards, but unable to have enough juice to get to his teammate, not even in that same area as his teammate was. Well, it was, but just Carlos DeLeon, a nice job of being there to intercept that pass.
Yeah, nice job to be there, and, you know, like I said, the Buffaloes definitely looking to get a little bit better communication lately in these last couple minutes.
Emerson Schuer looked like he tried to get that pass over to Price, but just off the mark, and a nice stick there from Siebel. A shot here from Amy, and Siebel had to be sharp on that one. Nice save there by the goaltender.
Yeah, that save might be his best of the game so far.
And there's a save made by Siebel once again, keeping a shutout streak going here, as with 6:48 remaining here in the second period of action, the Prairie Hockey Academy still lead this one 1-0. And, you know, we were talking about the different places where we are going to be broadcasting to, like Ruco, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and, you know, talking about just as we have some time here, I guess, my TV show coming out tomorrow night, The Prospect Show, a new episode premieres tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time on the network, where I interview some of the best prospects here in North America.
Yeah, definitely. Always interesting to watch your shows there, Graham. I know you got a couple with the Prospect Show and Coffee with Graham.
And a cover up there by Miles Gordon. And you are right, Cody, but there is one show you left out. It is Manitoba Show, Rise and Shine Manitoba, every Wednesday morning. And the big man himself, Seth, even appears on the show every Monday as well to talk about the Winnipeg Jets, which is always some fun.
Yeah, it's always a lot of fun talking about them, and I know, you know, a lot of people tune in to see my pretty face, but yeah, you know, definitely a lot of fun hopping on those shows with you, Graham.
You carry the show there, Seth, I gotta say.
Thank you, I try.
A shot, I believe, might have been blocked by Barry, that shot, that ripped from the point by Kruger, but Barry keeping on the puck here, and he's able to get that one down low. Hogan there to chase that one down for Prairie Hockey Academy, but the Buffaloes able to be there to get it, and misplay there by Rockland Hay as that puck was rolling, and he wasn't able to get it to settle down into the possession of PHA. Lee sends it down, or sends it up to his teammate in Wang, but the Buffaloes in possession of it now, and they send it deep into the Prairie Hockey Academy zone. Kruger with an outlet pass to number 16 there in Barry. It's Shee with the puck, and he plays that in just before he crossed the blue line and went off for a change.
Yeah, good play there by Kustermans when he saw his line mates going off for a change. He went in to the offensive zone, apply some pressure to the PHA defenseman, and then to try and create a little bit of chaos for him and maybe create a misplay.
Lynn with the shot, he drags and shoots it, and a save made there by Miles Gordon. Down low is Prairie Hockey Academy. A shot there from Bourne, and a nice save by Miles Gordon to keep that one out. Number 4 in Scarborough goes to Pratt. Pratt with the shot high, and a reverse glove save as he reached across his body with the glove by Miles Gordon to get a stoppage here and play with 4:56 remaining in the second period.
Yeah, and it looks like the Buffaloes are just extending their lead here on the shot clock category. Definitely getting some rubber on Siebel there, but unfortunately haven't been able to find the back of the twine yet today.
Draw one by the Buffaloes to Chartrand. Chartrand with the backhand plays that to Izzy Amy. Izzy Amy going across to Dmitry Petrenko. Petrenko tries going wide, and Petrenko lays a reverse hit there on Slugoski. The puck is down low. Petrenko there along with Price and Amy. Cleared off the high boards by PHA, but Chartrand there to intercept it and gets it down low into the PHA zone. Slugoski reversing that to Pratt. Pratt off the boards. That pass unable to connect with Lynn. PHA now looking to break out, and they do, and here comes Bourne. Lucas Bourne now coming in. Bourne looks to shoot, pulled back, and unable to, and scores! PHA getting some puck luck on that one. A bouncing puck on the play, and they are able to extend their lead to 2-0 in this game with 4:08 left in the second.
Yeah, definitely been a close game here, but fortunate bounce there for PHA, and looks like they do extend their lead.
And like I said there, Cody, I felt like that was a bouncing puck that bounced in the favor of PHA there, ended up on the goal scorer's stick. We'll get some confirmation on who scored that in a moment, but, lucky bounce going their way.
Yeah, definitely, and like I mentioned earlier, sometimes you got to be lucky to be good, and, looks like PHA got lucky there on a bounce and was able to capitalize on it.
And, you got to wonder when it's quiet like this, if the players can hear us up here, because we're not that far away from the ice here, Cody. So, going to see what happens here, how these players respond, if they are, tuning in, while this game is going on.
For sure. And, the Buffalo's here going to be looking to try and get one here before the period ends and tie this period up so that they go into the next period on almost a fresh slate. Kind of only down by one, a little bit easier to come back.
Bo Bannerman with a high shot that was going over the net. It appeared, but Austin Siebel reaching out with the glove to snag that one.
Yeah, that one was going high, but always looks nice when the goaltender flashes the glove.
Sam Takahashi wins the draw. It's a shot by Darianka from the point. Turned aside there by Siebel. Turned over now with... the misfire pass from Takahashi. A delayed high stick, but it is now waved off as the Buffaloes touch it up. The delayed high stick going to PHA there. If the Buffaloes didn't touch it. It's Takahashi now coming in, shoots a low shot, turned aside there by Austin Siebel.
Hey, that was a nice shot. Looking at Takahashi's stick there, looked like he was a little bit deceiving. Looked like he was going to go high and kind of reshaped it to go down low. A nice, clean, crisp shot.
Number 13, Stevenson, at the point for Prairie Hockey Academy. It's the Buffaloes now with possession of it, breaking into the zone. Kustermans with a shot and a nice glove save there by number 35 and Austin Siebel to get a stoppage in play.
Yeah, Austin Siebel been excellent so far in the game, making, I think this is like his fifth or sixth not highlight reel, but really good glove save, and it seems like his glove is definitely warmed up in this game.
Yeah, he's definitely been looking good so far today, but as we were just chatting there, it looks like referee giving the PHA team looks like maybe it was a 10-minute unsportsmanlike. Oh, no, I believe it was 2 minutes. Looks like it is 2 minutes. A 2 out of 10, but it looks like referees not catching up the fact that if there's a power play, should be down one guy.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Cody. I don't understand why the refs haven't caught this yet. We're playing even strength hockey, but yet there is a penalty up on the board. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I'm quite confused by that as well.
Well, the refs, sorting some things out in this game that have to be sorted out, because this is not a power play for the Buffaloes right now, and a dangerous shot from beyond the zone as it was turned aside there by Gordon, but looking to catch it there was Emerson Sheward.
Okay, we are getting confirmation. It was just a 10-minute that went to number 10 and Devin Alford for unsportsmanlike. Referees do seem to have it corrected out there on a 5-on-5 even strength here.
Now that makes a lot more sense. I have noticed that has happened in the past in hockey games as well. But yeah, Devin Olford going to be out of this game for a while based off of the time that he's going to spend in the box for that unsportsmanlike penalty that he took. The Buffaloes down here 2-0 in this game, but out shooting Prairie Hockey Academy to this point. The Buffaloes looking to beat Austin Siebel for the first time in this game when they do get their opportunity to shoot on net. It's Price. He's going to send this down low. Slugoski tries sending this up the boards, and he does, but in the way there is Zane Price.
Yeah, and if you're trying to look for positives here, if you're the Buffaloes, Olford is definitely a player who's a contributor for this PHA team, so if you can keep him off the ice, definitely going to be a positive.
Miles Gordon made the nice glove save there to keep this a 2-0 game. And with 1:24 left in this second period, Cody, I'm going to throw it over to you. What do you think is going to be the key for both teams here in the last minute and 24 seconds?
Well, for Pilot-Mound, the key is to keep the puck out of the net, not to go down by 3 here, and try and generate some momentum either by throwing the body around going into this next period or getting some key shots here on Austin. And then for Prairie Hockey Academy, just to continue what they've been doing with their high intensity.
And here comes Ty Pratt. Ty Pratt shoots, and that one looked like it grazed off the shoulder maybe of Miles Gordon, but a high endangered scoring chance there because of the shot that Pratt put on net. Now Wang gets rubbed out there by Chartrand before he sent that puck on net. The Buffaloes now unable to get it out of the zone. Ty Pratt now straddling the line, and he sent that on net. 34 seconds remaining now. The Buffaloes looking to survive this and keep it a 2-goal game only as the period dies down. And now Prairie Hockey Academy, a nice play by Ty Pratt with the stick to shut down that chance. And Prairie Hockey Academy potentially here looking for another opportunity on goal to extend their lead. We'll see what happens here in the last 11 seconds. Number 14, Lucas Bourne, sending that down low to Pearson. Pearson out front, and that shot unable to get a whole lot of it was Ty Pratt as that one went to the corner. And just like that, after we were talking there, Cody, we're at the end of the period. So 24-23 are the shots in favor of Prairie Hockey Academy at this point now. A lot of shots by them to end off this period, but the Buffaloes, doing some good things, but still down in this game, 2-0 here going into the last 20 minutes of regulation.
Yeah, definitely had periods of time where they looked better in this second period. Still have some areas of the game where I feel like they need to shore up a little bit. It did look like their communication did get a bit better as the period progressed, but still a bit of room for improvement there.
Well, we'll see what Seth Rock thinks about the Buffaloes and PHA, both these teams' performances here during the first 40 minutes of the game, coming up on the second intermissions edition of Seth's Inside Scoop with Seth Rock and Cody Wall, who will be asking the questions as always here at our games when Cody is present. But, stick around, folks, for some great content here coming up to end off this weekend's broadcast, our final one of the weekend here from Blackjack Stewart Arena. But Cody, before we send it off to commercial break and you get ready, tell us about the second period sponsor today.
So our second period today was brought to you by Auto Works in Winkler. Auto Works for all your vehicle detailing, repairs, and other vehicle needs.
Welcome to Pilot-Mound Hockey-Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot-Mound Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
The town of Stonewall is a great place to call home. Located just 25 kilometers north of Winnipeg, we offer our residents an abundance of services and amenities, from quality schools to a hospital with a fully functioning emergency room to great seniors housing. Our recreational facilities are second to none. The Veterans Memorial Sports Complex, the Heritage Arts Centre, Fines Field at Quarry Park, our paved walking paths, nature trails, and our jewel, Kinsman Lake. Stonewall has a strong base of businesses full of dedicated community-minded entrepreneurs that include a full range of retail and personal service businesses. Our industrial park has grown significantly in recent years, demonstrating the robust economy of our community and surrounding area. The quality of life experienced by our residents rivals any other community, which is why Stonewall is a great place to call home.
Yep.
Welcome to Blackjack Stewart Arena for our second intermission segment of Seth's Inside Scoop. I'm Cody Wall here with Seth Rock. Seth, entertaining period we were witness to there. Some more, I don't want to say dominance by Prairie, but definitely they were able to come out of that period with the lead.
Yeah, they were able to hop on. They got one goal in the first, and they were able to get another one in the second, and it was one of those shots, it was an unlucky bounce, and Miles Gordon couldn't track that puck, and you can't really blame him on that one. But, an excellent period by Prairie, really just shutting the Pilot-Mound down whenever they would get opportunities, and then whenever they were in the offensive zone, cycling, whether it was cycling the puck well, getting shots on net, just making all the smart decisions with the puck that you'd expect them to make.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely look a lot more sound than they did yesterday. Pilot-Mound, on the other hand, maybe not looking as good as they did yesterday. Some of their miscues we've noticed between teammates. I know you've alluded to their communication looks like it may be a little bit off. What do you think the Buffalo need to do aside from just kind of communicating a little bit better as a team?
Well, yeah, for me, that was the main problem in the period. It was the communication, just not being able to, get pucks to each other right, or even when Miles Gordon would receive the puck off a dump in, it just didn't really look like he was too in tune with his defenders back there. But, I think it's just going into the period and settle down what, Rick McConnell maybe going into the room and settling his boys down a little bit, just tell them, it's just the second period. We got to come out hard, and go back to our game plan and play our game.
For sure, definitely. Yesterday, their game plan for the most part was nailed down to a T. Today, like I said, maybe you need a little bit of work. But as that second period progressed, they did look like they were starting to get a little bit better as a unit. The passes were getting a little bit more crisp. It seemed like it maybe happened kind of after that last power play that the Buffaloes got.
Yeah, they definitely did start to pick it up a little bit near the end of that first, and it was after that power play too. That second power play especially, I thought the Buffaloes did very well on, moving the puck and getting shots on net. They definitely started to see a lot more of that, and they still do. I was gonna say they still do lead in the shot totals, but it appears they changed it up because it now seems like the PHA has quite a few more shots than the Buffaloes. But yeah, after that second power play, the Buffaloes definitely did start to pick it up, and it started to, the game started to get a little bit more even after that second power play for the Buffaloes.
For sure. And what's one thing you think the Buffaloes have kind of fallen away from in their game that they normally kind of are pretty dominant in?
Yeah, I gotta go with what I mentioned earlier. The communication. Normally, it seems like the bench is really wild up, and they know where each other are out there. But today, the communication out there has been, not the greatest. And I think, when they get into the locker room, the boys just need to sit down, have a talk with each other, whether it's hockey related or whether it isn't. Just get on the same page as the boys in the room, and then come out in the third period and play hard.
Yeah, for sure. Communication is always key. Knowing where your teammates are, where they're gonna be. Always easier a game is always easier when you're able to communicate. For Prairie Hockey Academy, definitely gonna want to extend this offensive output that they've been having. Obviously not extremely high-scoring game we have here, but as of late, they have been struggling, and now looks to have maybe going forward, barring a bit of a slide, looks like they may be able to possibly get the monkey off their back today.
Yeah, and they've played well up to this point. If they continue the way they're playing, I don't see them losing this game.
For sure. And we are going to send it to a quick commercial break before we bring you guys back for our third and final period of the weekend. I'm Cody Wall here with Seth Rock for Seth's Inside Scoop.
Making the world a better place is always a work in progress, because our idea of success is not an endpoint, it's a new milestone from which we can move forward. As industries rise and new technologies take shape, we're committed to keeping pace, to ensuring our innovations are shared and our journeys celebrated, even as we set our sights on where to go next. This is how we live, how we learn, how we grow. Red River College, what we're doing is working.
Welcome back to Pilot-Mound, Manitoba here at Blackjack Stewart Arena for ASTV Productions coverage of the Pilot-Mound Hockey-Academy Buffaloes U17 Prep male team taking on the Prairie Hockey Academy U17 Prep team, and taking a look at the shots after two periods. They updated them and added quite a bit, 34-24 in favor of Prairie Hockey Academy, and they also lead this one 2-0. And for Prairie Hockey Academy, keeping up that good play that they've had, and their strong play resulted in them taking a big lead in the shot category.
Yeah, definitely they did look good. I know there was a portion of time where the Buffaloes looked like they were maybe a little bit out of sorts and weren't able to find each other, but as the period progressed, I do think that the Buffaloes kind of got their wheels back under them and looked a little bit better as the period closed out.
And for the Buffaloes in this game, obviously that last goal that was scored on them by the Prairie Hockey Academy team, a bit of a bouncing puck, and that resulted in a bounce going to Prairie Hockey Academy, and of course they put it away to go up 2-0. Go back to that goal, Cody, what we saw exactly on that play for Prairie Hockey Academy to be able to get that goal.
Yeah, they were coming in off the rush and really looked good. Took a shot and took a bit of an unfortunate bounce and found the stick of, I believe it was number 18 that I believe got the goal there, Graham?
I cannot remember off the top of my head, but it could have very well been Devin Olford, of course, number 18 forward, who was still in the penalty box for that unsportsmanlike penalty that he took. So it will be interesting to see how he's feeling, coming out after his time is up serving that penalty. I'm sure that he will be motivated to go out there and, put some more points up for his team.
Yeah, definitely will be. He'll have definitely had a lot of rest with his 10 minutes in the box as well as this intermission here, and he might be looking dangerous once he gets out of the box, like you said.
And for the Buffaloes, talking about them some more. Obviously, they have had their chances in this game, but not as many as Prairie Hockey Academy. What have you noticed that the Buffaloes, maybe are kind of falling short on and not getting as many opportunities as they have had earlier on in this game in the first period?
I feel like their biggest downfall, me and Seth kind of alluded to it, was their communication really has been lacking a little bit here. I think that is something that they had got a little bit better on as the second period did progress, but definitely something that if they want to get back in this game, we'll have to make sure they find their teammates with some good, clean, crisp passes, as well as have some good, fast back checks to negate some of the opportunities that Prairie has been getting.
Of course, before the puck drops here, I want to let you guys all know that ASTV Productions is expanding. And Cody, tell us about that some more, going more into depth about the expansion that we're doing here.
Yeah, with ASTV here, we are constantly growing. We are growing with offices located in BC, St. Marie, Ontario, as well as Oklahoma, as well. We also have we are broadcast in U.S. cities such as New York, Boston, and L.A.
Pretty big cities there, and a lot of fun to see what is going to be in store for us as the year goes along and as the future goes along here with ASTV. But into the play now, it's Sam Takahashi getting rubbed out right near the red line there by Kruger. A huge hit here by Kruger to start things off this period.
Yeah, and he's always looking to get involved physically from the games we've seen between these two teams.
Oh, and a nice move there by Wang, getting the celebration from his bench there as he did make that inside-outside move to evade the player of Pilot-Mound there of the Buffaloes. I don't think anyone could see it since it was in our blind spot from home, so we apologize about that. But a nice move there from Wang. It's Hogan now with the puck. Sends it to Barry, and Barry is unable to get a clean shot off there, and no shot at all. And the Buffaloes cleared into the PHA zone. No icing on the play. Wang just going to take a slap shot and try to get this one out, but held in by the Buffaloes. Shot on net by Wendigo. Turned aside. Rebound there for Sheward, and Sheward unable to beat Siebel on that play.
Nice positioning by Nelson to kind of withstand that check there, and looks like the PHA player got a little bit worse for wear on that end.
Ty Pratt dumping it in off the boards, and the Buffaloes able to get it out, but unable to evade that ref's skate there and unable to get it out. They were able to get it out, but unable to get it very far, and it's Ty Pratt with the puck now. He ends up sending that to number 13 and Stevenson. The Buffaloes with possession of it now, and they send it in back on the stick of Ty Pratt. Ty Pratt going across to Slugoski. Slugoski back to Pratt. And Pratt now tries sending that one to Stevenson, but a pass that went off the stick of a Buffaloes player. And now turned over, Scarvon with a shot, and a nice save there by Miles Gordon to keep this a 2-0 game rather than a 3-0 game, Cody.
Yeah, good luck there for the Buffalo, not going down another one, but the Buffalo are going to definitely need to maybe pick it up a little bit here in these first couple moments. Prairie has definitely looked like the more dominant team here in this third period.
Scary turnover in front of the net there. Kruger kind of put it right out, and it landed right on Rockland Hayes' stick, but he wasn't able to get enough pepper on it, but just a scary turnover for PHA.
I was just going to say that, Seth. It was actually Matthew Floyd who got that on net, I believe, and yeah, like you said, just wasn't able to get a whole lot of that one there, but still a good bounce there for the Buffaloes, able to take advantage of that missed pass from Prairie. It's Sam Takahashi now. Just past the blue line, ends up rimming that around for Kustermans. It's Bo Bannerman now sending it down low for Kustermans. Kustermans withstanding the check, sends that out in front, unable to connect with the teammate, and now she unable to get a handle on that puck, and Prairie Hockey Academy still looking to break out, and they finally get the puck out of their own end. She now picking up the loose puck in the neutral zone into the Buffalo zone. A nice move around, and she, unable to beat Gordon on that one. And now it's Bo Bannerman behind his own net. Going to Sam Takahashi, or Emerson Sheward. Sheward playing it over to Kustermans, over to Wendigo, and Wendigo's shot saved and covered by number 35, Austin Siebel here with 16:08 remaining in the third period. 2-0, the lead still for the PHA U17 prep male team.
Yeah, and UT Shea, you mentioned him a few times. He has an unbelievable skill set. There's been a few times in both these games where he's just been able to dance his way through, but unable to get a goal yet. But yeah, what an excellent skill set from that man.
Caden Berry now able to get in the way of that, and now here goes Lynn. Lynn with two other teammates with him, three as well, and that pass unable to find a teammate as the Buffaloes covered it up nicely. Braden Bear plays this up to Emerson Sheward. Sheward banks that off the boards and not on a teammate's stick. Slugoski sends it down into the Buffalo zone for Prairie Hockey Academy. Emerson Sheward now tries playing that off of the glass, but that one goes out of play. And we will get a face-off here inside of the Buffalo zone.
Question for you guys. Do you think it's, you think it's just the fact that Prairie is moving their feet so much more that they're applying the pressure on the Buffaloes that they're having troubles being able to make those passes? Or do you think it is boiling down to the communication of the Buffaloes that's kind of falling apart?
Yeah, I'd go with a little bit of both. I think, definitely 50-50 on that one, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I think definitely, like Seth, a bit of both. And I think that was something yesterday that Prairie really wasn't doing as well as they are today, is moving those feet, moving quicker. And I think today them doing that has caused a lot more problems for the Buffaloes. So I think that's been a huge part of their success in this game here today, Cody.
Yeah, I think that just even having a little less time in space, that half second that you don't have to make and find that perfect pass, that might be what's the difference here today.
And something that PHA was locking on in yesterday's game, as they are doing better today. They end up getting the puck, and it's going to be Wang leaving that, or no, it was she leaving that for Wang. Wang playing that to Pearson, and here's a penalty coming up to Bo Bannerman. Catching, I believe it was Pearson in an awkward position, and that will send the Buffaloes to the penalty kill and PHA to the power play.
And as always, the Pilot-Mound penalty kill is brought to you by Evolve Green. Evolve Green, one of our proud sponsors here on ASTV.
Draw will be to the right of Miles Gordon on that blocker side of his, and Sam Takahashi out to take the draw. It's won by PHA. Ty Pratt with some space here. Up top, he shoots, and right in the breadbasket of Miles Gordon.
Yeah, another penalty kill here for the Buffaloes. Definitely, if they're wanting to get back in this game, this is going to have to be their strongest kill of the game. So have to look to some good stick movement, and so far here, it does look like the Buffalo do have some active sticks here, keeping some of the shots to the outside, and definitely will bode well going forward for the Buffalo if they can continue this.
And sorry about that, Cody. You had to fill in there for me. I am a bit hungry, a tad hungry here, and I just needed to have one of those fries that I ordered that unfortunately I won't be able to enjoy the full benefits of those because they are going to be cold by the end of this broadcast here. But a high stick on Prairie Hockey Academy. That's why the draw is outside of the Buffalo zone and why there was a stoppage in play. Lynn goes to Pratt. Pratt across to Scarbon. Scarbon shoots, and that wide of the net. Ty Pratt able to get there and pick up the loose puck. Pratt going to Scarbon, but that pass unable to connect with him. Pratt keeps in that clearing attempt that the Buffaloes tried. Pratt sent it down low. It's going to be up to Pratt again. That pass from Scarbon. Pratt going across to Lynn. Lynn back up top to Pratt. Pratt shoots, rebound there, and it's in! Goal! Prairie Hockey Academy relentless in front of the net on that one as they take a 3-0 lead in this game now on the power play.
Yeah, that and it just kind of dropped slowly into the net. I didn't think Miles saw it until the very last second, right as it was about to cross the goal line.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate there as it just slowly, kind of ominously made its way across the line, but unfortunately nobody able to get a stick on that to keep it out, and the Buffaloes do find themselves in a bit of a hole here, 3-0.
And for Prairie Hockey Academy, their goals haven't been the prettiest in this game, but when you're in the slump that they are not being able to get a win in the last 12 games, that is definitely something that you look for. Just, don't care how pretty the goal is as long as it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, for sure. We had talked about that earlier, Graham, how, that's kind of the game plan that the Buffaloes had yesterday with trying to get some ugly goals. The Prairie Hockey Academy taking a page right out of that playbook today and getting their own ugly ones as well.
Jade Wendigo pushed that puck up after the draw was taken, but the Prairie Hockey Academy get possession of it. Back there to battle with it is Carlos De Leon, and here's a penalty coming up to Prairie Hockey Academy. A trip on the play, and Ottawa taking a penalty there that I feel like was pretty obvious from where we saw it.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that one they weren't gonna miss. That one was, like you said, quite obvious. And Pilot-Mound goes to the power play again. As always, power plays are brought to you by Supplement King in Winkler and Swift Current. Athletes contact Supplement King for all your supplement needs.
Takahashi on the draw for the Buffaloes. Ends up winning it, but not into anyone's possession, and it goes into Prairie's possession as they send it down. So I assume that draw win ended up going to Prairie Hockey Academy. But behind his own net now is Braden Bear, surveying his options as he starts to lead this rush up the ice. Braden Bear elects to dump it in deep into the Prairie Hockey Academy zone. Braden Bear with the puck up at the point. He goes across to Daryanka. Daryanka shot high and misses the net. Takahashi with the puck now. Sends it down low to Kustermans. Kustermans back to Takahashi. Takahashi up to Bear at the point. Bear goes back to the right to Takahashi. His shot low, untipped. Rebound there. Scores! Joran Kustermans putting home the rebound on that play, and the Buffaloes on the power play striking here with 12:23 left in regulation, down by 2 goals now as opposed to 3.
That's definitely what the doctor ordered there. Joran Kustermans picking up goal number 4 on the year, it looks like, and the Buffalo are within 2 goals here. And as always, Graham, Pilot-Mound goals are brought to you by Murray Chrysler in Morden and Carmen. Murray Chrysler for all your Dodge and Chrysler needs.
Draw won by Prairie Hockey Academy, and they send it in deep. Miles Gordon out of his net again to stop that puck up for Riel Chartrand. Chartrand got that to Nilsson. Nilsson battling with Prairie Hockey Academy, and they're in possession of it now. Lynn sends that puck towards the front of the net, but it's unable to get there and scores! And Wang from the point. That shot, one that I'm sure Gordon would like to have back, but Wang getting the better of him on that one as Prairie Hockey Academy regains a 3-goal lead, making 4-1.
Yeah, those shifts right after a goal are always so important, and it looks like Prairie Hockey Academy able to respond with their own goal of their own to get it right back to 3 goals today.
And Wang just, an accurate shot there, but I think that was one, Cody, that Miles Gordon would definitely like to have back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it looked like it. I thought it, from this angle, it looked like it maybe had tipped off of the stick of one of the Buffalo defenders and maybe changed angle just slightly for Miles Gordon.
Slugoski with a nice move there. He got that shot blocked, and now here's Jordan Koosmans. Koosmans to the inside with a toe drag, and he puts that backhand on net. And a glove save made by Austin Siebel, and we'll get a stoppage in play here with 11:35 left in the third period. 4-1 is the lead for Prairie Hockey Academy. And going back to that goal, I'm not sure if it was tipped. It might have been tipped, but I definitely saw it rise at the very last second. So an awkward shot there for sure.
I think I'm in the same boat as you, Graham. I don't think that puck was tipped. I just think it was a weird fluttering shot that kind of was, one of those pucks that kind of gets redirected by the air almost, you could say.
It was that high riser, it rose as that puck was getting to the net. And an unfortunate bounce for Pilot-Mound, but the Buffaloes will be looking to get back into this game with 11-12 left. A nice play by Izzy Amy to get back and use his stick there to disrupt the play. Number 19, Scarbon for Prairie Hockey Academy, battled with Matthew Floyd there. Floyd continuing with a aggressive stick here on the sequence. And Lynn with a shot, and I believe that was she actually. My apologies, folks. Prairie Hockey Academy now with the puck. They sent it into the Buffaloes zone. Carlos DeLeon just before the red line ends up sending it in. Icing waved off right away. Emerson Schuwer there. Schuwer getting on the puck, but a nice rub out there from Prairie Hockey Academy, and now they look to break out. Olford goes across to Hogan, but that pass a bit too much for him, and he was unable to even get a touch on it. Number 26 and Braden Bear goes off of the blast and a high stick there. I believe that was kept in by Stevenson, and he was the one who did high stick it and ended up touching it, and that's why there will be a face-off just outside of the Buffalo zone.
That right there, that play with Braden Bear was definitely a good example of some of the miscues that I've seen from the Buffaloes here. The delayed offside. Braden Bear had a lot of time there and was just able to kind of put it right into the area of a PHA defender and managed to luckily get it tipped off for a whistle, but definitely with that amount of time and space, would have been nice to try and see a good clean break out there for Pilot-Mound.
And now puck out towards the front of the net, at the front of the net, and in tight, Miles Gordon able to keep the puck out of the net, making saves, and we got a whistle here. Stop and play with 9:40 left in this third period of action. Of course, great to be back here in Blackjack Stewart Arena for this weekend of games that we've seen. Of course, the second one that we've covered. And yesterday, we had the pleasure of bringing everyone the announcement that there's a new team that's going to be coming to Pilot-Mound next year, the U18 male team.
Yeah, definitely exciting news. Adding another team that we're going to get the opportunity to call going forward in the 22-2023 season. Definitely going to be seeing a lot more bodies here with adding another team. You got to find another 20-some bodies to make up that roster. So some fresh faces going to be coming to the Pilot-Mound area.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the U18 program a bit more. We'll try to get to it as this game goes along. It is something that I forgot to expand on more yesterday, asking you boys about it, so I'll try to do my best to remember it. But back to play here. It's Kusterman's shot from the outside. Save made there by Austin Siebel, and getting a stoppage in play, and some snow showers seem to be in the forecast there for Jordan Kustermans on Austin Siebel.
Yeah, definitely. Looked like there was a little bit of intent on that stop to spray Siebel a little bit there, but not enough to negate a unsportsmanlike penalty, fortunately, for the Buffalo.
Kept in by number 17, Carlos De Leon, with the glove. Something that he has done quite a bit this weekend, too, I might add, with, just batting pucks down with his hand.
Yeah, definitely. He has been kind of like a baseball player out there, getting his glove on pretty much every puck that's coming his way. I know we saw yesterday he had that long vertical jump to catch that high puck in the air.
St. Price, a low shot. Siebel losing track of it. It might be behind him. I'm not too sure where that puck is. I guess we never really will know where that puck really did end up, but a cover-up for the PHA team once again here.
And something exciting that I know I've heard our boss there, Glenn, mention, something he's been trying to experiment with, is trying to put net cams in. Would be an interesting feature that he's been working towards wanting to put on. A feature that we would have been able to see how close it was to being a goal there by Pilot-Mound.
That would have been really, really interesting to see there, where that puck ended up. And yeah, stay tuned for that feature, everybody. We will be continuing to add on to our broadcast, I'm sure, as time goes along here. So, we'll have this great content, as always, that we bring you guys with the pregame shows, the postgame shows, sets, insights, through between periods, interviews between periods as well. But, going to be adding way more features, so stay tuned for that as time goes along.
Nice wheels there by Corey Nilsson to get into the offensive zone and kind of pressure his opponent there.
Ty Pratt now with the puck. He passes that to number 14 in Bourne. No, it's number 18 in Olford who had that shot, I believe. Either Bourne or Olford, but Olford with it now. He feeds it to Pratt, and Pratt scores! And the captain overpowers Miles Gordon on that one, and now for PHA, even though there's 7 minutes and 4 seconds left in this game, you must be thinking you could breathe a bit easier here, knowing you got such a commanding lead at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Prairie Hockey Academy is going to be looking to have a strong finish here after coming into this game on a 12-game losing streak. Definitely going to be breathing a little bit easier right now, the fact that they are ahead by a significant margin in this game.
Devin Olford, his shot on net, turned aside by the blocker of Miles Gordon. Pilot-Mound, the Buffaloes, able to get this out, but it did go into the Buffaloes bench. The viewers at home cannot see that. That's what happened off of the clearing attempt for the Buffaloes. Unable to keep it in play as they cleared it out, and even though it got out of the zone, it got out of the zone because it ended up going into the bench.
For sure. Just a bit of a loose puck there that ends up going to the bench and end up with a whistle here in the offensive zone of the Buffalo.
Miles Gordon making a save there, even though he was unable to smother that one. But the Buffaloes now looking to break up. And, Jordan Kusterman's losing an edge there. And the Prairie Hockey Academy team now sending it into the Buffalo zone. Miss pass there from Braden Bear. Number 18, Olford, unable to get a handle on that puck. And now here goes Kusterman. Sent up with a pass. Kusterman's now in. He shoots. It was a deke. My apologies, a deke there, and a backhand move by Kustermans, turned aside by Austin Siebel. He's been absolutely fantastic in this game today.
Yeah, definitely. He's been looking good and
scores! Number 19, Carter Scarbon, with a great release there on the shot. An accurate shot, picking his spot, and Prairie Hockey Academy up 6-1.
Yeah, that was a nice one. A nice, good, hard shot there. Picked the far kind of side there and was able to extend this team's lead.
And just an unfortunate goal for Miles Gordon to let in. He's going to want that one back. And, just go in there and take in a sip of water and just try to skate that one off.
Now Matthew Floyd sends a pass to Izzy Amy. Izzy Amy in the neutral zone now. Drags that puck in before putting it into the Prairie Hockey Academy zone and on net for a face-off here. Siebel making the save to cover it up.
And you guys were bringing up some stuff we are doing with ASTV a little bit ago, but I thought I'd just bring up if you missed some of the goals in this game, you can go onto our website and check out our media player where there are some highlights of the goals that we do have up on there. So if you want to go check that out, go to ASTV.
Hogan shot blocked, rebound there, and Miles Gordon able to use a good stick there, poke checking that puck away. It seems like the music, we're playing with music now, listening to the music in the game. I don't know if the players enjoy that or not. I don't know. If you were playing a hockey game and here's a penalty here coming up to the Buffaloes. I believe this was a tripping penalty, but it looked like that was a knee-on-knee there all the same.
I do believe he did get him with his stick. It was more of a trip there, but that's a sort of a reckless play there on DeLeon's part. Just stopping up at the blue line and not using his feet.
And as always, Pilot-Mound penalty kill is brought to you by Evolve Green. Evolve Green, one of our proud sponsors on the network here, always supporting us, and glad to have our supporters that are out there able to help us do what we're doing here, broadcasting these games.
Draw one by Prairie Hockey Academy, but puck gets out of the zone, going in between Pratt and Slugoski. Pratt with the puck, taking it up in his own end. He's in the neutral zone now, feeds a pass across to Slugoski. Slugoski into the Pilot-Mound zone now to Pearson. Pearson going down low to Slugoski again. Slugoski bringing the puck up, now high into the zone, goes to Pratt to the point. Pratt to the right, goes to Bourne. Bourne, his shot gets blocked by Daryanka. And we will get a face-off inside of the Buffalo zone here on the PHA power play. But I was in the middle of asking this question to you boys. Would you rather, obviously it's easier to focus when there's no music playing, but what are your thoughts on if music was being played during the play?
I personally wouldn't like it. Hockey is a game where often if you're going to have success, you're going to have communication, and if you're not able to hear your teammates call for a pass or stuff like that, definitely can be a hindrance to your game.
Yeah, and for me, it's just more of a distraction. So I do like the music, but during play, it's a bit of a distraction.
Yeah, only reason I brought that up is because there's been a couple times this weekend where the music has continued well into when the play started. So yeah, I'm with you boys. You need that communication, and music can not only hinder that, but also be a distraction out there as well. Even though might be your favorite song playing on the speaker. But Prairie Hockey Academy on the power play. Pratt sends that to Slugoski. Slugoski shot blocked there by Braden Bear. Back into possession of Prairie Hockey Academy though, however. Lynn sent that to Slugoski. Back up to Pratt. Pratt gets the puck back now. Pratt shoots, and a good chance for him there, but unable to get that on net. Slugoski now sends that to Pratt. Pratt going across now to Lynn. Lynn now looking, goes cross ice to Bourne, shoots, and great save there by Miles Gordon. Another shot blocked. Believing Daryanka got in the way of that one. Bourne now sending that one down low to Pearson. Pearson with a saucer pass, and Lynn unable to get that one to him. Slugoski now at the point, shoots, blocked by Price. A nice block by the Buffaloes during the sequence here on the penalty kill. Pratt with a shot, and glove save made, this time smothered by Miles Gordon. Getting a stoppage here with 3:12 left in this third period of play.
And I know it might be early as we do still have 3 minutes left, but as always, we pick our players of the game. But for each team, I'd have to say both goaltenders have looked, for the most part, real good, especially, Austin Siebel. Facing a lot of shots here and only letting one get by him today.
Yes, and we will have our players of the game here not tomorrow, but at the end of this game in our post game. And there's a penalty coming up here to the who got the penalty?
It was Prairie Hockey Academy, and I believe it's for a knee-on-knee.
Right. Right, it was Prairie Hockey Academy. I do remember now, Seth. It was Devin Olford going to the box for 2 minutes here with 3:01 left in this period. 6-1 is the score for Prairie Hockey Academy. They also lead in the shots, 48-35. But it's going to be the Buffaloes with a chance here to potentially get a goal late in this game here on the power play. It's going to be a cross or a pass up to the point to Bear. Bear ends up sending that down to Takahashi. Takahashi sends it to Daryanka. Daryanka sending it down low for the Buffaloes. Rockland Hay now sends a pass to Jordan Koosmans. Koosmans now out in front and unable to find a teammate. Braden Bear jumping into the play now. Bear down low, sends a backhand pass across to Takahashi. Sam Takahashi now sends it down low to Jordan Koosmans. Now Jordan Koosmans now with the backhand sends it to Braden Bear. Braden Bear spinning around and sending a backhand pass back to Koosmans to Hey, unable to get that one through. Blocked up by Prairie Hockey Academy. Down low for Koosmans. Losing the stick there, Stevenson for Prairie Hockey Academy. Koosmans shoots, shot, and save made by number 35 in Austin Siebel. Puck along the boards, it's loose now and up to the point to Daryanka, shoots, and that one just missing the glove side part of the net. 48 seconds remaining here on this Buffaloes power play.
And as always, the power play today is brought to you by Supplement King in Swift Current and Winkler. Contact Swift Current for all your supplement needs.
And as this game sort of goes on, you would expect Prairie Hockey Academy, it's getting towards the end of the third, so, definitely expect them to start, lift their, really not applying as much pressure as they have been earlier on in the game.
For sure, and unfortunately for the Buffaloes, this looks like their best opportunity or sequence, where they've been able to generate some opportunities consistently.
Chartrand went over to Bannerman before that shot by Bannerman went wide of the net. It's played down low to Price. Zane Price getting rubbed out along the boards there by Ty Pratt. Pratt able to knock that puck away from Price. And now Prairie Hockey Academy sending it down as the 9 seconds of this power play go on, and it now has concluded. Less than a minute remaining here in regulation in this game today. For those of you that might just be tuning in, 6-1 score for Prairie Hockey Academy in the final minute of this game. And Prairie Hockey Academy, something that they haven't done in 12 games, finally going to get back into the win column here as they will snap a 12-game losing streak. So definitely for them this win, even though it is against someone lower than them against the standings, a team that beat them yesterday and started off this game strong, now play them in that first period and in parts of that game in the Buffaloes. For Prairie Hockey Academy, being able to get this win, massive for their, just for their spirits at this point.
For sure, and isn't it kind of fitting that they finish off the skid where the skid started, dating it back to November 6th. Is the last time Prairie Hockey Academy had a win, and it was in this building against, I believe it was the International Hockey Academy in the Pilot-Mound Showcase. Was the last time we had seen them here, aside from this weekend. And now that we have clicked down to the final seconds, officially gotten the monkey off their back here, Graham.
Yes, and Prairie Hockey Academy picking up their 10th win of the season, snapping that 12-game losing streak that they've been on. And for the Buffaloes, a weekend where they had a lot of success in yesterday's win and, some not-so-good things in today's win. But they go 1-1 on their weekend, and they will remain at 5 wins as they were unable to extend that win total to 6 wins this weekend.
Yeah, and, just a little bit too late for the Buffaloes. It looked like they were starting to get a little bit more momentum as the game did progress. But, like I said, unfortunately, too little, too late to get back into this game.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a tough loss for Pilot-Mound in this game. Obviously, getting the win against this team yesterday, big confidence booster. But then, coming back and, having a game that kind of just slipped away from you guys, 6-1. And the main thing for Pilot-Mound is just, refocus and get your head in the game for next weekend.
And, of course, this is, I believe, our post-game show, or would we be sending it to commercial at this point? Nope, we are just going to be doing the post-game show right here. Of course, this game today, 6-1 final for Prairie Hockey Academy, and, we will be giving our players of the game very soon here coming up on the post-game show, but Prairie Hockey Academy, just looking at it, looking down on ice after this game ended, their head coach for this team out there, and Nick Perkusik, he stayed out to give his players some fist bumps. So fist bumps all around for this team, and you can definitely see that that's a nice sign to see this team after getting a win that they got today, something that they haven't been able to do in 12 games up until this point.
Yeah, definitely. And Graham, just to bring it back to that interview you had with assistant coach Mark McKinnon, it really seemed like they weren't too critical on the guys after really only having one really down period yesterday in that first period. Sounded like they kind of forgot about it and moved on and really looked good today.
Something that they talked about, that Mark McKinnon talked about to me in that pregame interview, was just how they're confident in both goaltenders, and as they should be. Silas Curry and Austin Siebel, even though they have lost their fair share of games this season, have had very good save percentages. And we saw today, 36 shots on net for the Buffaloes, only one getting past Austin Siebel. Couldn't be any happier with the type of performance that Austin Siebel brought into his performance if you're Prairie Hockey Academy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely was a strong performance by him.
Yeah, I agree, and they needed that too after, that losing skid we did talk about, and to get a big game from your goaltender, especially, 35 saves, only letting one in, that's pretty impressive. And if you're Prairie Hockey Academy here, you got a lot of momentum and a lot of, good feeling going into your next few games, because you finally were able to climb out of the losing streak.
Yeah, for sure. And just even breaking it down to, you forget that first period yesterday. I would say the last 5 periods, Prairie Hockey Academy has looked pretty good, aside from, like I said, that first period.
Let's talk about the shots on net now. Of course, Prairie Hockey Academy, 48 shots to the Buffaloes, 36. But talking about the Buffaloes, 36 shots that they got on net, dive into it. The shots that you guys saw from them, the offense that they were trying to create in this game with the opportunities.
Yeah, the Buffalo definitely were getting their fair share of shots, but it really looked like the Prairie Hockey Academy did a good job of boxing out defenders today and trying to eliminate some of those loose pucks in the slot area that maybe Buffalo player could get and jump on. Yeah,
I 100% agree with you there, Cody. And, I noticed, too, a lot of shots that Pilot-Mound were taking were shots from the outside, like you said, and a lot of them were, too, pucks that were on the ice that the goaltender, Siebel, could see. So, it's just working on next game is just focusing on getting those shots, but trying to get more dangerous shots, shots that are, generated from more dangerous areas on the ice as well.
Yeah, and for Prairie Hockey Academy, their effort level in today's game, I think, was night and day from last night's contest, because you saw it on a lot of the goals. They didn't have it, like we talked about in the pregame, like I talked about, not the greatest team defensive support out there, really sometimes a bit lazy on the back check, and also having players getting caught out of position, like 3, even 4 players all going towards the puck, and it could work out for you, but if it gets by, you're kind of screwed at that point if you don't have as much support. And I felt like Prairie Hockey Academy, with their aggressiveness, making better passes, just doing a lot of the simple things right that translated into them generating more offense, good speed entering into the zone, and getting some really good opportunities to move that puck around and capitalizing on that and getting some really good shots on Miles Gordon. Really a fantastic performance from this team all around today, and they got to be happy with this performance, no doubt about it.
Oh, for sure. They were definitely firing in all cylinders, and really looked good. Looked like they were determined today to get that monkey off their back and get back into the win column and back to 500 with just dipping below yesterday.
Let's talk about the power play from Prairie Hockey Academy in this game here today. A power play that, moved the puck around really well, able to open up the Buffalo's penalty kill, and that resulted in some really high danger scoring chances for Prairie Hockey Academy on that man advantage.
Yeah, their man advantage, which had been struggling coming into today, had definitely looked like it had made some strides. Looked like they were able to cycle the puck quite well and able to pull a lot of the Pilot-Mound defensemen out of position to create time and space.
Yeah, I agree. And, that power play, you definitely wouldn't think it would be one of the lower ones after what we saw today, especially like all the things you guys had mentioned, moving the pucks well and just getting tape-to-tape passes and getting those shots on net. And one of those big contributing player, I think, one of the most contributing players on that power play, to me, was Ty Pratt, with the way whenever he'd get the puck on the back end, it just seemed like he knew exactly where to put the puck every single time, whether he was taking that one-timer or whether he was giving it to another teammate.
Before we get into our players of the game tonight, me, Cody, and Seth will all be given our own player of the game. Might have a repeat in there. I feel like it could be justified at this point. But for Miles Gordon, led in 6 goals on 48 shots, stopped 42 of the 48 shots he faced. Talking about his performance in a losing cause today, talking about what we saw from number 31 out there.
Yeah, he definitely looked like he was battling out there. It didn't look like he was struggling, just maybe looked like a couple, as Seth alluded to before, a couple, maybe bad bounces, bad tips that, he would have maybe not had a great chance on, and maybe, can't really fault him for on some of those goals.
Yeah, definitely. And, I think you mentioned it all there perfectly, Cody. There was a few shots, you'd think he'd want back. And then for the rest of it, he was very solid and stopped a lot of shots. He had 42 saves, so he was doing something right tonight, and that was making saves because he made a lot of them.
Yeah, there were some nice goals for sure by Prairie Hockey Academy, but there were also some goals that were just a result of some bad bounces, some puck luck not going the Buffalo's way. But I also think at the same time, some of those chances were created for Prairie Hockey Academy just because of the, poor puck management by the Buffaloes sometimes, some costly turnovers that costed them in this game today at points. But, talking about the players of the game now, what are we going to do here? Are we going to give one for each side, or just flat out who we thought was the best player in the game today?
I think I like the second one. Just flat out your who you thought was the best player of the game.
Sounds good. I am going to start off by picking Ty Pratt. Ty in this game today. I'm sorry. I know that Seth wants to pick him too, but Ty, he did absolutely everything. Really good positioning out there as a defenseman. Really good with his stick. I mean, if a player tried to make a move to get by him, even if it looked like he would, Ty Pratt had a really good active stick to be able to, not allow those chances to happen on him where a player would get by him. And just offensively, I mean, his vision he displayed out there on the power play, along with his heavy shot, his zone entries as well. He was just the all-around best player, in my opinion, in this game today.
For sure. And I'm going to go with I'm probably going to go with Austin Siebel. Anytime you face over 30 shots and you save all but one of them, you gotta be happy with that kind of output. And definitely there were some quality chances that the Buffaloes did get from time to time, but Austin was up to the task and really, I guess, kind of finished off his birthday weekend strong.
It's awesome that he got to finish off his birthday weekend strong. But I'm a little bit angry at you too, stealing my both players I was going to pick. And but you know what? To me, there's a very close third player there. And I got to go with I got to go with Miles Gordon. He was excellent in net tonight. And aside from some of those goals, he might have wanted back, or some of those flutterer goals that, you can't really blame him for. I thought he was excellent. And 42 saves is a testament to how good he was tonight, and or this afternoon, I should say. And, he's my player of the game because he played excellent.
Well, we saw a lot of good from the Buffaloes this weekend and some not so good stuff, but now they'll have a whole week to regroup until next weekend, as they will be playing here on ASTV Productions. 2 home games coming up next Saturday and Sunday, 2 p.m. on Saturday against the Rink Hockey Academy, and on Super Bowl Sunday at 3 p.m. against the Rink Hockey Academy as well. Just kidding, that's for the U18 female prep Buffaloes that's coming up, so we won't be seeing this group again coming up next week. But for Prairie Hockey Academy, they snapped their 12-game losing streak with a commanding 6-1 win here today over the Buffaloes. The Buffaloes looking to get back in the win column when they play again next. But so long, folks. Graham Forsyth, play-by-play commentator for this weekend's action, along with Cody Wall and Seth Rock, along with the rest of our ASTV Productions crew, want to wish you a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and until next weekend when we see you here once again at the Blackjack Stewart Arena in Pilot-Mound, Manitoba, you guys take care.